Hello, and welcome to part 6 of this Last of Us Remake PS5 grounded speedrun tutorial. Okay, so this video is going to be, as soon as we're done with Sniper, the beginning of the dam, all the way through Science Lab in the university. So, let's get going here. Turn off the webcam. And we begin.
Jackson County. Means we're close to Jackson
Before I start
City,
moving
right?
forward, let's take a look at our inventory.
You ready to see dear old brother?
I'm just ready to get there.
You can start moving forward right away. There's no restart checkpoints on the top parts of the cliff here. Let's take a look at our inventory. So we're good on alcohol. The last thing we're going to pick up is a 3/4 of a rag in the bus depot. That'll give us 1 Molotov, which is honestly optional. As for ammo, 2 pistol bullets is very good. This is really it. You only need to have 2 rifle, 2 pistol, and 3 revolver. If you have 2 revolver, that's also okay. Like, the one things that are optional to have, you need 4 shorty. We picked up the shorty and we just didn't use it, so that's pretty easy to know. It's okay, I mentioned before, it's okay to have 0 shotgun shells, and it's okay to have 0 arrows, but I did some strategies where I have some extras, so. With the rifle, remember, I picked up a, there's no negative to having more than the minimum, but the minimum you want to have is, like, 1 pistol, 2 rifle, and 2 or 3 revolver. Okay? So, I have 1 extra rifle bullet, because we picked up a rifle bullet behind us in Financial District. I didn't need it, but I picked it up just for this tutorial. I could technically get rid of it right now, but should I? Just to show you? Nah, I'll keep it. It's whatever. Hold on. What did I have out? I had this. So yeah, the minimum is you need 2 rifle and 1 pistol. You need that. As for revolver, it can vary between 2 or 3. If you have 1, that could be a problem. There is a chance you get a drop in the dam if you're at 2 or less. And shotgun and here can be both at 0. Again, it's consistent. You can leave the last part of sewers. You're given a free shotgun shell, and depending on how that goes and how sniper goes, you can leave here with a shotgun shell. And yeah. That's about it. You can use this period to reload what you need to reload here. Okay, now for like a bunch of cliff stuff right here. We need to go down that way, but the turning here is kind of awkward.
What do you mean?
And you don't want to do like the slow leaning off the side, which is kind of finicky.
Here we go.
But you also don't really want to do like a large leap. Remember in the downtown area, I mentioned falling off an area without sprint held down, and then another with sprint held down.
What was it? Last time you saw him.
I believe his last words to me were, "I don't ever want to see your goddamn face."
So basically when we're right here, if you hold down sprint, you do a large jump away from where you need to go. So basically what you want to do here,
Without his help?
when you're coming from here, you can't leap over the fence either, I think. No. So when you get here, turn the camera a lot, let go of sprint, and then just mash. I think you got to take a wider turn than that, so like over here. I don't know why he's not. Yeah, like that. You get pretty far around and then just do that. I won't spend too much time on this, obviously, but you get it right around here. You can do a sprint leap, I guess. But yeah, more important is the wider turn compared to that. All right, and then you'll see like these ridges right here. Ellie, move out of my way. Like these little bumps on the cliff right here. You can't really jump off of these from this point right here. See that? You can't really, but you can from here. You can also do a little lean off if you'd like, but yeah, it's this very last little bump in the cliff is when you can go. I do recommend doing like a turn, like an angle of your body when you do this, because, let me see if it happens here. It didn't happen here. Just know, just based on the angle of the cliff from there, you can see the angle. You can die if you jump that way. So you can do this with either sprint held down or not. Or maybe it's better if you don't have it held down. Yeah, if you have sprint held down, you end up jumping off the entire thing, and it could lead to a death someday. So basically, go here, don't have sprint held down, and just do that. Oh. That's a weird checkpoint. Whatever, we'll go back, and then the rest is just running to the dam. Alright. So you go this way, around the corner, jump from there.
What happened between you two?
What do you mean?
I saw that
You
too.
and Tommy.
Then
You're
right
not
here,
together, so clearly
just like that.
something went down.
We just had a bit of a disagreement.
See, holding down sprint for that one doesn't really do anything.
So what was it about?
Tommy saw the world one way, I saw
Alright, when we get to right about there, there's a checkpoint. So, 46, 21. There we go. Restart checkpoint places us a little bit further ahead. Instead of doing like 2 climbs here, I would just recommend skipping that first climb. So, a little bit faster, I think. Go up here, and then do a climb from far away. You can either fall off of here or just run down the hill. I think both are the same time. Doesn't matter. Crouch, there isn't really much to explain here. Just know if you do sprint leap the wrong way, that second leap, it can kill you if you don't angle it right.
There's a hydroelectric power plant.
A hybrid who?
Alright,
It,
about halfway
uses
up
the
the
river.
last set of stairs, there's another checkpoint, places us a little further.
Movement and
Right
turns it
about-
into
That should be good. Yeah, right there. Checkpoint, small one, places us up here instead of we were down there. And we go. Do I have a shiv? I need to see something. I don't think I do. Oh, I have a couple. Oh, yeah, I've picked up a couple shivs so far. Yeah, I think you're also given one afterwards here. Whatever. If you want to use the shiv door for more supplies, you can. It's not required. It's not mandatory. Alright, so notice that jump right there. I explained this in capital, I believe. But if you don't hold circle, you get that instead of... So after he jumps, you want to hold circle, so he's already underwater. So like this. Like that. As you can see, that's quite a bit faster. Also, this is a funny spot to just kind of like show this off. See if you can notice anything wrong with the ascending and descending animations. So the ascending animation actually has his body pointing straight up. The descending one, you know, this is normal swimming right here. Look at the descending one. He just drops like a stone, still facing horizontally. Vertically, he is actually swimming up. But dropping, his body's still, like, flat. Part 2 has, you know, a going down animation, but going up, and going up has a vertical thing as well. In this game, I don't know if they forgot or something, but yeah, this has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to show that. In case it throws you for a bit of a loop or you haven't noticed it before. Hold circle. We go down here. We're going to hit triangle on this thing. Again, when you hit triangle prompts on pallets, I like to let go of sprint. Like so.
Need you to
I know.
He ends up grabbing on a little bit faster.
Pallet.
Just place it over here. And then move it over here. Now, as soon as Joel starts talking, right there, go on, give it a spin. As soon as the subtitles pop up, there's a checkpoint. And this one's actually really big. When you checkpoint restart here, your side is already turned and you're waiting for Ellie. So what you want to do is during this part, you want to check that your revolver is reloaded. All right, the entire thing was unloaded. So, yeah. You know, we just... The reason you want to check there is because when we make it inside the dam, you can't pull out your guns. When you're just letting things play out, like with Maria and Tommy, and you're following them and stuff. You cannot take out any of your guns. You can't swap them. You can't check if how much ammo you have. The D-pad basically doesn't work. Okay? I don't know why they did that. The original you can. You just can't aim. But the original, you could reload guns, you could swap them, you could do whatever. I guess someone at Naughty Dog was like, oh, you're around allies, so there's no reason to. Or it wouldn't look normal if you pulled out a weapon. Yeah, but there's a really difficult fight coming up, so it would have been nice. Whatever. Thankfully, that doesn't affect the speedrun here. Because we have the rifle in our left holster, and we're going to end up picking up the El Diablo inside the dam. And we're going to pick it up in a way that doesn't lose us time, and that's going to default to our right holster, and thankfully we use it a couple different times in the fight. So it ends up working out. However, we do end up using the revolver in the ranch fight, and from the moment you begin, like, get inside the dam, not the dam fight, just getting inside the dam, you know, false alarm, they're friendlies. Once you begin that part, you can't check if a gun is reloaded or not. So before this, you know, we had the shotgun out. When you begin this chapter, you have, I think it defaults for you to the rifle and pistol. I'm pretty sure it does that. So you check if those are reloaded, which they should be. You'll have time to reload the pistol anyway. And pretty much the only gun you won't have out that you may forget to check is the revolver. And the revolver is very important for the ranch fight. So basically, when you're waiting for Ellie... I probably hit a checkpoint. When you do this restart checkpoint and you're waiting for Ellie right here, swap to the revolver and check. Okay? Check if it's reloaded, because there's a high chance that it won't be. You picked up ammo somewhere in the sewers, and you just never swapped to check. Okay?
Teamwork.
And you saw right there, I did have to reload pretty much the entire thing. Okay. You can just run past her.
Really?
We're going to go over here, climb this. Now, this is weird. Watch this. The slow climb. Oh no. Now watch me do the same climb just a little bit further left. Here, watch. He does a faster climb. Basically, yeah, I don't know why the slow climb really just applies to this part of the wall right here. So basically just be a little bit further left. You don't even have to be touching the wall. Basically when you get right here.
Really? Gonna leave me hanging? All right.
Just climb up a little bit further left, so you do those faster climbs. And then one more chance to
I'm so hungry.
check that things are reloaded. And again, I have excess rifle and revolver ammo. If I had 2 and 3, I'd be happy. Okay? And you'll see, we'll have extras when we do the encounters.
No way around.
Over here, triangle, cutscene skip.
False alarm! They're friendlies. We've been dealing with raids. A lot of bandits in this area.
There's nothing to do here, you just have to wait.
What the hell are you doing here?
One thing that's on my mind is I don't think I ever talked about, like, fall damage. There is no fall damage in this game. In the original, if you fell from a certain height, there's nothing to do here again, like I said. Just don't,
No way.
like,
You guys have horses.
run into them.
We got a whole lot of them.
In the original, you would take damage from falling from too big a height.
Can I? Yeah, of course.
He likes when you cut his ear. You ever ride one?
I actually have.
And you would still die from falling from too big a height. But in this game, there is no fall damage. you fall from a height that looks too big and he lands, no damage is taken. However, if you fall from something that's too high, you will obviously die. So either you die or you take no damage. Okay. So you don't have to worry about that when you're jumping off the cliffs there. Still have to worry about dying if you angle it the wrong way and have sprint held down. But yeah. But yeah, look right here. The only thing I can check is my like bombs and crafting ingredients. But as for guns, he has a gun in his hand. I can't aim it. You can't check. You can't even swap backpacks, or you can't even swap weapons in your backpack. But yeah, approach this door with the camera pointed backwards, and this starts up a little bit faster. And this is a cutscene right here, unlike the original. So skip cutscene.
This will be the 6th time.
Once again, right here, we're just waiting. There's no way to speed up Tommy here because it's a dialogue. You just have to wait. This is another instance.
I got something for you.
I forgot about this one because I mentioned it in the beginning of the tutorial. There's a few triangle dialogue prompts that are mandatory. There was one with Tess when you begin the outside chapter. There's one in the coal mine fight, and there's another one right here. This one's required.
Last year I went back to Texas.
You want to mash triangle, and as soon as you hit the triangle prompt, restart checkpoint, and it speeds things up. Quite a bit, actually.
Most of it.
Like this. Boom. Triangle prompt's been hit. It's not a cutscene, but there is a checkpoint. You want to restart checkpoint and then pause. That immediately puts you into the cutscene. You would otherwise have to look at the picture, put it away, and then this cutscene begins. So that skips the whole thing, and then you skip cutscene, and then we go. All right, now right here we're forced to walk, so I crouch walk. It doesn't speed him up, but you don't run into him because you can push him out of the way, so give him some space. When he gets to the door right here, okay, now we're going to restart checkpoint. When we get through the door, it places Tommy ahead, starts up his dialogue, it places us a little bit further. So 4:53:19. Yeah. Right there. So there's a checkpoint. It might not even have to be where Joel is. It might have to do with the door. Whatever. There's no harm in walking through it. There's a checkpoint. I'll make a file here. I don't actually know if this... I should know this. If you get... The further ahead of Tommy you get here, the faster he'll move, but only to a certain extent. Okay? I want to show... You can hear it with the dialogue. So when... Look where Tommy is when he says, "You sound like Marlene," which is the last thing he says out here. I'm going to follow behind him slowly, okay? This is not the way you're supposed to do it, but just...
I don't know what you heard, but you should see the town. We're over 20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained. We have crops and livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
What do you do for protection?
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We even got an electrified fence when we plant it.
Hey, you still got to deal with infected, though, right?
Who doesn't? But it's the world we live in.
Or maybe you don't have to be.
All right, look where he is.
You sound like Marlene.
So he's right here. He does a little turnaround, and then he goes for the door. Now watch this.
I don't know what you heard, but you should see the town. We're over 20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained. We had crops and livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
When you get a certain distance ahead of him, you can run.
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We even got an electrified fence when we plant it.
Hey, you still got to deal with infected,
There's
though,
nothing
right?
to pick up here anyway.
Who doesn't? But it's the world
Now
we
look
live
where
in.
he is when he says the
Or maybe you
line.
don't have to be.
You sound like Marlene.
He's almost already in front of the door, okay? So basically what you have to
I
do...
don't know what you heard, but you should
The
see
same
the
as
town.
before. The game disables your ability to run or jog, so you have to crouch walk. However, I believe if you
Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore?
bump into him,
We're doing it.
I think if you bump
What do you
into
do for
him,
protection?
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We even got an electrified fence when we plant it.
let me see.
Hey, you still got to deal with infected, though, right?
Who doesn't?
I could have sworn.
But it's the world we live in.
Or maybe you don't have to be.
You sound like Marlene.
So it's actually kind of the same. Yeah, I think if you get ahead of him... Let me try.
I don't know what you heard, but you should see the town. We're over 20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained. We had crops and livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
What do you do?
Okay,
for
so you
protection?
can't actually knock him out of the way. I didn't know that.
We've got an electrified fence when we plant it.
Let me look for the dialogue. Let me crouch the entire way, but like look behind. But like
We're over 20 families strong now.
do
It
this.
was Maria and her father. They
I
set
was
up
under
this
the
place with
impression
idea of
that
being self-sustained.
you
We
could
had
push him
crops
out of
and
the way.
livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
Sorry, I'm actually like
What do you do for protection?
figuring stuff out here as I
Take
go.
turns guarding the perimeter.
Doesn't matter. There's only a certain speed that he can get up to.
You still got.
And there's nothing you have to
right?
grab here.
Who doesn't? But it's the world we live in.
Or maybe you don't have to be.
You sound like Marlene.
You're right there. It's about the same speed. So you can either crouch walk behind him. You saw it's different compared to like walking behind him. So you can either crouch walk behind him or you can do these little leaps that I like to do.
I don't know what you heard.
You don't want to do
but
them
it's the
like
town.
crouched
We're
because
over
it's kind of
20
slow.
families strong now. It was Maria and her
You want to
father.
do it with
They set up
sprint
this
held
place
down
with the
so we
idea of
really
being
get some momentum
self-sustained.
going forward.
Crops and livestock.
See that?
Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore?
He really gets some
We're
distance
doing
forward.
What do you do for
It's
protection?
it's better. And there's actually a difference in animation
I don't know
and
what you
speed
heard,
if he
but
does
you
it
see the
without
town.
sprint held
We're
down,
over
as you
20
can see,
families strong
like
now.
this.
It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained.
Now, if you have sprint
Crops
held
and
down when you
livestock.
do it, he goes a little bit further.
Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore?
And you got to make sure you're not climbing at an angle because otherwise he'll just climb the top.
Take turns guarding the perimeter.
So you want to make sure you're flat. But yeah, I won't spend too long on this because
I don't know what you
Yep.
heard, but you should see the town.
I think you get it. You can crouch walk behind him or just do
I don't
this.
know what you heard, but you should see the town. We're over 20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained. We had crops and livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't
What do
really
you do
matter.
For protection.
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We even got an electrified fence.
You can't get him to the door any faster than that. Looking
You
at
still
him,
gotta
not
deal with
looking at him.
infected Though, right?
You just want to make sure you don't walk the whole way.
World we live in.
So crouch
Or
walk
maybe you don't have to be.
and or crouch walk and leaping.
You sound like Marlene.
It might have been faster if I crouch walk the whole way. You know, it doesn't matter. Play around with it yourself. Anyway, here you do have to crouch walk.
These two geniuses are going to bring this plant back to life.
Okay. Explaining this area is a little bit difficult, but basically... Here, I'll do it once and then
We think we got it this time.
the reasons why.
You don't believe us?
I didn't say that. Sure. Make it two.
We're almost ready. They just need to finish putting the shield back on.
No rush.
To the left. Watch it.
Okay, that's good. Lower it. Slowly.
All right. That's good.
Tommy's here. We good to go?
Give me 1 second. Okay, good to go.
Ready?
Go ahead. Hit it.
Like I said, everything's disabled here.
God damn. We did it, boys. Nice work, boys. Somebody get on the horn and give Maria the good news. You see that?
It's pretty impressive.
Okay, so all of that was done with intent there. Let's go over why we do exactly that.
Geniuses are gonna bring this plant back to life.
We think we got it this time. You don't believe us?
I didn't say that.
I'll bet you a million.
So it's not a...
Sure.
Here, watch. You want the enemies outside to start putting the generator together and saying their lines of dialogue. So Tommy's done talking right
We're almost ready.
there.
They just need to finish putting the shield back on.
No rush.
Now, after he says no rush, those enemies outside are supposed to follow it up immediately with, to the left, watch it. But we haven't made it outside yet. They're not going to do anything until we get, I believe, just outside here.
To the left. Watch it.
Okay. So that speeds things up a little bit. Did I say enemies? Sorry. But that's not enough. Okay? They're not going to finish putting the generator together and turning it on until we get about halfway down the stairs. See, we're basically stuck here forever until we move.
Okay, that's good. Lower it. Slowly.
I also don't think that's enough. So I just took my first step down.
All right. That's good.
Tommy's here. We good to go?
Give me 1.
Yeah, okay, then they start turning
Okay,
turning
good
it
to
on.
go.
Ready?
Go ahead. Hit it.
Here we go.
So basically this is the reason why you want to do
Genius is
that.
gonna bring this plant back to life.
So even though Tommy and those guys are still conversing, if you go out here as early as you can and then get about that far,
Sure. Make it
they haven't started doing it yet,
They just need to finish putting the shield
but
back on.
no rush.
To the left. Watch it.
because we already made it outside and down the stairs at one point,
That's good. Lower it. Slowly.
they're just going to go basically as fast as they can. Because we already made it to those little invisible lines outside. They were going to do it anyway. I'm just getting to a spot.
Tommy's here.
I want to show you the reason for the movement on the last part.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, good to go.
So even though we're back in there, indoors, or inside, they're still going to turn the generator on. Alright, now what's the reason for this?
We did it, boys.
It's basically to skip dialogue.
Boys. Somebody get on the horn and give Maria the good news.
So watch this. You want to stand here so Tommy starts talking right away.
You see that?
You won't trigger that, you see that, if you're like far away from him. But listen here.
It's pretty impressive. Looks like you're out $2 million.
Joel didn't have that dialogue before. The reason is we ran away from him. We ran away from Tommy after they started conversing. You see that? And then we just run away from him. When you're far enough away from him, that $2 million line of dialogue doesn't trigger in. Now, the reason we don't want that to trigger in, I believe, is because,
All right, Joe.
yeah, that's why.
Let's go talk.
See that? He freezes for more lines of dialogue. All right, we'll put all that together. So the moment you enter this room,
Geniuses are gonna bring this plant back to life.
just go. You can start running right about there. You want to get out here as fast as you can. I like to go down the stairs just to make sure I actually hit the point where they'll finish the generator. Pick up the El Diablo here. As you can see, we're not losing time. Because to the left, watch it. You don't even need the training manual. Its smoke bombs last 10 seconds longer. You don't need it. We don't upgrade anything with parts. We didn't pick up any parts. There's a fresh pipe down here. That's about all you need.
All right. That's good.
And a brick.
Tommy's here.
Right
We good
there.
to go?
Give me 1 second. Okay, good to go.
Ready?
Go ahead. Hit it.
So then you want to stand right here. Just wait for them to talk.
God damn. We did it, boys.
And then the moment
Nice work, boys.
you see the subtitles, you see that?
Somebody get on the horn
Run
and
away.
give Maria the good news. You see that?
It's pretty impressive.
And that will skip the line. Looks like you're out $2 million. When that happens, run forward, and he goes for the door right away. Now, when he starts opening the door, the game takes away your ability to run. So you want to crouch and turn the camera behind you. And it's really important you do that one there, because if you enter this door facing forward, Joel will have this whole 2.5, 3-second animation of walking through the door, turning around, grabbing the door, and then starting to close it. And that's when the cutscene starts. But if you do the entering facing backwards, you just get the cutscene right away. Here, hold on. All right, I found a video here. So this is what it normally looks like.
16. Oh, I didn't even notice. Thank you for pointing that out.
Walk through this door facing forward. Normally the cutscene would start right there, but here you got.
I gotta watch
turn
myself
around, grab the door, and then so it's I'd say a second and a half to 2 seconds faster if you enter the door facing
Pointing that
backwards,
out.
because otherwise you get
16. I gotta watch myself there.
this. Yeah. Dumb. Okay. Alrighty. Damn fight. I'll do it the way I know how to do it, and then we'll go over it.
Bandits!
Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
I didn't mean to underswing there. Okay.
You guys see anything? Let's get to the bridge.
That was pretty good. Okay. 59:15. Checkpoint.
That's all, those sons of bitches.
Right here, you'll be able to check if your
gotta get
pistol's
to the girl.
reloaded.
Right behind you.
Over there!
Joe, do your thing.
Get them! You're dead, asshole!
Alright, that was pretty good. Now, first things first. Wait, hold on. I should show this off.
I was too damn close.
There we go. That's all you need there. Okay. Now, the reason I did in the middle, you want to restart checkpoint because it gets Tommy closer to the door so you can proceed. You want to do restart checkpoint there because if you do restart encounter, it sends you all the way back to the beginning of the fight. Okay. First thing you want to do here is get out of this room without using any weapons. There's 3 different ways to get out of here. I'm going to show you them. This one's the easiest.
Shit! Bandits!
Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
Alright, you'll get tired sprints, so let go, hold back down, and then go. And then from here, things happen. But that's one way to get out. I don't really need to explain it that much. I'll do it one more time just because. You want to sprint, run right, and then run this way. And then hug the left wall, because these enemies know you're here and they shoot at you. But they almost always miss. Let go of sprint so you get some sprint back. And then go. That's the easiest and most consistent way. But, as you've probably noticed by now, it's nowhere near the fastest. Let's go with another way. This is the riskiest way, but I would say it's the fastest way. This is the riskiest.
Shit! Bandits!
Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
Riskiest. Yeah. If it goes right, you you make it outside and you don't have any damage, or a little bit of damage. Damage when you leave here doesn't really matter much because, as you saw, the last part is pretty consistent. But yeah. Let me do this a couple times and then see. So yeah, if you do this, you're going to get so many different things happening here. But as you've seen, it's pretty much the fastest. Now, when you do this, you don't want to just climb, and run. Main reason being that, and then dead. If you just try and hold sprint the entire time and go, it's going to work maybe 10% of the time. Okay? So what I do here, when I climb, I hit circle. Okay? When I climb, I hit circle. That way, he's crouched when he's climbed up. Wait for them to, like, wait for the guy on the right, at least, to just duck. And then go. So if he has this much damage right here, you're actually still okay. Here, watch. I'll do this without dying, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, I swapped to my brick, but whatever. So yeah, if you have this much health, like, he has this much health right now. It's the same thing as the sniper. He has full health. Getting critically hit by the rifle leaves you with that much. It's the same thing. But yeah. If you're doing this encounter outside right here and you have this much health, you're still okay. That goes for the next part as well. But we're just focusing right now on getting out of the building. Now, you actually, when you climb this thing, you don't want to do it left because then you'll just, like, hold on. You might do this instead. And that guy in front has a shorty, so you're dead, okay? So basically, you want to climb this at an angle, and there's like a beam right here. So you basically do it like that. Now, this climb right here, you want it to be to the right. Right here, not this climb, but this one. Just like that. So you're crouched behind this thing right here. Because if you climb further left and approach coming forward here, yeah, there's that. That, basically. So when you climb, you don't want to do this. Because as you've seen right here, you're visible. For that guy and this guy. Basically, this thing right here provides a little bit more cover compared to this thing. You can see it's like ever so slightly taller, and that actually ends up making a difference. So you want to sprint from here, climb, and crouch. And then from here, just kind of wait for them to stop aiming. Like I said, if you sprint the entire way, it's just not going to work. So basically, wait right here for them to stop aiming a little bit. Okay, Tommy, or one of the guys shot that guy. But then you go, you make it out here, and then boom. We'll focus on these enemies in a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do that part. However, that's not the method I go for either. I would say that's the fastest, but it's not the method I go for. This is the one I go for.
Shit! Bandit! Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
And then go. The reason I do this is, well, I think it's a combination of consistency and speed. Like I said, I haven't timed them, but I don't think it's as fast as going up top right away. But it's also faster than the other way, and I know I'm not going to... Well, it's not that I know I'm not going to take damage. I think this is, for me, the best combination of speed, and most likely you'll make it outside without taking damage. And if you do have damage, again, it's not that big of a deal. First things first, we want to use a brick on this guy because he has a shorty. If you just try and run past him... Ow, ow. He has a shorty, okay? And I think if you try and, like, sprint swing at him... I didn't want the brick in my hand.
Bandit! Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
As you've seen, that's kind of slow. And remember what I mentioned quite a long time ago. The moment you start a brick bash, they're not going to shoot you, okay? You don't want to do it too late. You don't want to do it too late because he might... I don't think I'm going to be able to show it off here, but basically because you're sprinting directly at him, he can literally, as soon as he's done shivving this guy, he will literally just... and you're dead because he has a shotgun, basically. But if you do a brick bash from about as far away as possible, but it'll still hit him, it works every time. Every single time. But like this. Just like that. That gives you I've never been shot by him before. Just ignore what you just saw.
Bandit! Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
Boom. Run around. And then just go up. You'll have enough sprint for the entire way. You'll have enough sprint for the entire way because when you do the brick bash, you let go of sprint when you do it. So it refills some sprint and it lasts all the way out here. So, yeah. Nothing much more to mention. Sometimes he'll drop, the guy he kills will drop ammo. So you swap weapons and then go. Again, that'll happen sometimes, but it's okay. See, because that's consistent. I'm not worried a little bit. And then boom. And then you're fine. So yeah, taking damage here is not a big deal. And when you're finished with this fight, the game refills your entire health bar for the ranch fight. So yeah, that's 3 different ways. Running around to the left, running around up here, which again is done like this. He's aiming at me, so I'm just going to wait. The moment I see the rifle guy duck, I just go. Now, I keep the camera off of them because, like I mentioned earlier in a bunch of other areas, when the camera is off of them, their aim is worse. All right? It's documented. That's actually a thing. So I like to keep the camera off of them. It's not guaranteed they're going to miss or they're not going to shoot you at all, but it's better than looking at them, honestly. So, yeah. And I guess we can talk about what to do when you make it out here. First things first, El Diablo in your hand, aim. Shotgun guy is going to be right there, so you want to get him. Then you want to crouch right here. Reason being is you can get shot. I have a great video showing what happens if you don't. Hold on. All right, yeah, I found the video here. This is a really good visual to show why I crouch at the window. Basically, you get shot, but it's better to show than tell. So in this run, I decided to go this way. This is from a couple months ago. I decided to go this way. I still got shot anyway, but watch this. So normally I crouch right here, and that's the reason why. There's a guy with a revolver right there, ready to hit you. Okay? That's the reason I do that. If you have full health here, you didn't take damage indoors, revolver ain't gonna kill you, but make a habit of doing that anyway. What you want to do is run, sprinting as far away as you can from these enemies. You know, it does draw them out a little bit. So yeah, when we make it outside, all the enemies that are indoors, you can hear them all die. The 3 that are outside, though, they don't. You have to take care of all of them. So I El Diablo 1, and then I run away. I get to about here. I turn around, and then I just kind of react to what I see. Sometimes it's the guy with the gun first. Sometimes it's a guy with a melee weapon first. In this case, it's melee weapons. So what I'm going to do is pipe him. And then I think the game... This guy won't shoot me as long as his buddy is in my way. That doesn't apply to every area, but it does apply here. You don't even have to crouch. So I basically just do this. It's nice and simple. I always do that if the enemy with the melee weapon is first. I always do that. If they're right next to each other, I'll kill one, brick the other. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll kill the one with the gun and then swap to a brick and then throw it and hit him. But, yeah. I'll do the strategy that I normally do in the run. I do recommend you do it this way. As you can see, he aims at me, but he's not going to hit me. And then I can sprint the entire way. Just ignore them. Sometimes, when you leap out of this window, the enemies that are supposed to be indoors are outdoors, and they just shoot you right away. That can happen no matter which strategy you do to get this far, okay? Climbing up, bricking the guy, running along the bottom the long way. When you make it up here, sometimes the enemies get caught on each other and caught on the door. Because what happens is you make it past a certain point, they spawn in out of thin air outside, and then they run into the door. Sometimes they get caught on each other and they're just outside. And when they're outside, they turn at you and shoot you. If that happens, I wouldn't recommend trying to save it. I would just redo it before the death happens, because if they only had like little weapons, I'd say try and save it. But yeah, the one guy has a shotgun. This guy, actually, right here. Crouch. Go. Run away from them right about here. Okay. So I'm gonna... Because they were right next to each other, I got the guy with the gun first, and then the guy with the melee weapons coming towards me. You'll see there's a lot of different things that happen. Now that we know what to look for, I'll do this a bunch.
Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
Ow. That doesn't really happen, okay? You gotta trust me. Crouch. Okay, let's see what we get. There's melee weapon guy, so I'm gonna run forward. I get him. For some reason, if his buddy is in front of him, he doesn't shoot. It's kind of bizarre. Something else you can do is, like, get behind right here.
We got him. Let's get to the bridge.
Kill the one in your way and then swap to a brick, and it's easier. But yeah, if there's one thing I don't recommend...
Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
Here, look, he dropped ammo. See that? The ally dropped ammo. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I lived, how about that?
Let's get him!
Crouch. Go. Oh, Tommy's killing one. Oh god, I'm probably dead. Okay, if there's one thing I don't recommend is killing one out here. Oh god.
You guys see it?
Now you're gonna be thinking, oh, I'm closer to the molly door. I'm gonna do the same strategy that I did before.
Come to you. Just Maria.
Okay, so what happened there? Basically, if you are on the bridge, and I mean literally on the bridge, like standing right there, there's literally an invisible line right there that determines how those enemies spawn in. If you're there when you kill, not when you kill these enemies, but Tommy says, whatever his line of dialogue is after you kill the last one, or like, you see any more of them? If you're on the bridge when he says that, the spawn of enemies inside the door there is different. I think there's an extra one, and you saw the molly didn't kill all of them. There was literally an extra 1 or 2 enemies there. So basically, when you kill these enemies here, do it while you're here. Don't cross that invisible line until the enemies here are dead and Tommy starts talking. Okay?
Shit! Bandit! Stop him! Don't let him into the building!
This guy isn't supposed to shoot. I don't know why that's happening so much. That's not supposed to happen. Just ignore that every time you see it. You're in smoke. Okay? That's what's supposed to happen. Even if you get shot by this guy, you're okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Melee weapon guy first. Alright, I'm gonna do something here. Alright, now watch this. If you... The opposite of what I said before is also true. If you're on the bridge when Tommy starts talking, that's bad. That means the extra enemy is going to spawn in. If you're too far away from the enemies, once the conversation picks up a little bit, that's also bad. Here, watch. Like, oh, I'm all the way over here now. Here, let's go.
Let's get to the bridge.
Let's go. Let's get to the bridge.
Tommy, bandits, they're breaking into the building. No, we're trapped.
Enemies are already spawned in. That had nothing to do with dialogue or anything. It had to do with how far away you were from the door after a certain amount of dialogue has passed. So Tommy says, let's get to the bridge. And if you're too far away, they're going to spawn in right away. If you did it right and you're right here, it's Tommy, bandits, they're getting into the building. Right after that, that's when they spawn in if you did it properly. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mess now. And if you restart checkpoint, that doesn't help either because a checkpoint's hit and then boom. So if you mess this up, you got to start over. I don't have a way to save that.
Bandit! Stop her! Don't let him into the building!
Diablo him. Crouch. Get over here. You don't have to crouch. If you want to play it safe, you can, but like... I find that more difficult than like standing your ground out here. Pick up any ammo they drop as well. You don't need to pick up his pipe. We have enough pipe hits. It's full right now. We're just going to use like 1 or 2. So, but pick up any ammo they drop.
You guys see anything?
But that's fine. You want to get that bottle right there as well. We should be okay. Yeah. So basically, when Maria's done talking, you want to throw it like right about there. And as you may have seen right there, those enemies spawn in the exact same way every single time, as long as you don't get on the bridge too early. Notice how there was an opening for me to throw that molly. Like, they open the door, and then they stand there for a second, and then they start moving. You don't want to throw the molly as soon as you see the door opening, because then they might move too far. I basically time it, bandits, they're getting into the building, and then I throw. The door opens and the Molotov just barely sneaks in, and I throw it on a spot that is guaranteed 100%. There's no randomness with this. 100% will kill them. In the original, they would always run through the door in a different way, which created some inconsistencies with the throw. Remake, as long as you got to this point properly, they will... all the enemies will be in the exact same spot every single time, so this molly throw is consistent. So basically, you don't have to do it crouched. You can if you want. I basically aim for the middle of the door, just below the doorknob, and it will hit their feet every single time. You don't want to throw it at an enemy because it might not kill everyone. You want it to hit the ground. So I basically aim right about there, middle of the door, just a little bit below the doorknob. Okay?
Bandit! Stop him!
So all of that put together so far. He dropped another bullet. The ally drops ammo that you can pick up there. That's also why I like that. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, God.
Got it.
Yeah, here we go. Watch this.
You're gonna pay!
I don't think I used a... Where is he?
You guys see anything?
Notice how I'm just sitting there.
Let's get to the bridge.
Okay, did you see that? That's what I'm talking about with the randomness. I didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes he's just there. If he's there, I don't recommend aiming. I recommend meleeing them, because as long as you're mashing square, they might just not shoot you, okay? There's a chance. There's a chance. And also, yeah, we don't really use a lot of El Diablo ammo this entire run. We pretty much use it here and in the actual ranch house. That's about it, okay? We don't even use it in, like, the next area. How many do we have to start with? I think it's 2. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. We use 2 here. We get 1 leaving here, and then we use that in the ranch building itself. Not the forest, but the ranch. So El Diablo, it comes and goes very quickly in this overall speedrun. Yeah, we'll do this a little more. Then we'll move on. We still got the last area to go over. Again, this is just one of 3 ways to get out of here. This is the way I personally choose to do it. Oh god, they're blocking again. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, if I don't have a pipe, what should I do? I don't know. Like, again, that happened. Alright, bad, tough shit. I lost the melee weapon. Do I absolutely need it? Not really. I wouldn't get an axe either. Just trying to think. Just in case that happens, you know. You technically don't need a melee weapon past here. Trying to think. I guess I would pick up the axe.
You guys see anything?
Let me just see something.
Let's get to the bridge.
Tommy! Bandits! They're breaking into the building! No, we're trapped.
I think that would still technically work.
That's all.
Yeah, that would still technically work. Okay. Odds are you're not going to use 9 pipe hits outside. Okay. That was just... You get scared. But you see the randomness of sometimes the enemies are outside instead of inside. Okay? Oh, God. We're good. Same. El Diablo. Reload the whole thing. And what do we got here? I'll get the guy with the gun first and then get him.
You guys see anything?
And from this point forward...
Let's get to the bridge.
Alright, yeah, you still have your sprint. Alright, here's the throw again.
Bandits! They're breaking into the building!
See that? That got them all. And then right here, what you want to do, you don't want to wait for Tommy. You want to do the autosave number. When it changes, that's how you know. Because checkpoint and encounter are like last the entirety of this encounter. So transitioning from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, that's you're not going to know when the checkpoint is hit. You want to use the load file. Like that. Restart checkpoint, sends you right here. And Tommy's ahead of us, sprinting to the door. Also, after you throw the molly, you want to swap to the pistol. Reason being is we only use left holster ammo in this part of the fight, but when we begin the ranch fight, we're going to use pistol. And you don't really have a lot of time to swap to the pistol after you're done with this fight. We pretty much pick up stuff, reload, and then the encounter's finished. So, yeah. Make sure after you throw the molly, and you know it's good, reload. Or, not reload. Swap to the pistol, and then you're good. Okay, a few more times here, and then we'll do the last part.
Stop them! Don't let them into the building!
Oh god. Oh god. Yep, just like that. You saw him. He was running in place because his left shoulder was caught on the door. The doorway. There is no door, just the passageway there. That you have no control over that, okay? It's just something that can happen. And you saw what happened there. I tried to aim at him and he got me. If I tried to do a swing, I might have been okay. You know, just one of those things. You have no control over that. Here, for shits and giggles, this time I will go up this way. He just fired, so I'm going to try and go. Hey, I made it. How about that? Alright, let's see what we got. It seems as though Tommy was about to kill him.
Let's get to the bridge.
Weapon swap for that one. And then Molly throw again. I almost threw that too early. So it's not as soon as Maria is done saying building, it's a little bit after that. But again, if you react, it's somewhere in between after Maria is done saying building, but before you see the door start to open on its own. It's somewhere in between those two, okay? Yeah. Even though I was able to cleanly make it out of here going this way. Ouch. Again, right here. Crouch. Go. Let's see what we got here. See that? I'm not worried about. I heard him drop ammo, so I will pick that up. Weapon swap for the bottle pickup, and yeah. Making it out of here and dealing with the enemies is going to be different every time. All right. Again, even though I found success there, this is my personal preference in terms of doing this area. Aim. Boom. 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 Now it's all about how fast you can kill them. So, boom.
Let's get to the bridge.
Good. That looks good. That gets all of them, and go. All right, we're just gonna go. Practice, practice, practice. Whatever your preference is, whatever you feel like doing. Just know when you make it outside, there's also some more randomness. You run to the left of, or you run to the right of that green crate, and then you got a guy with a gun and a guy with a melee weapon. How they approach you is going to be different every time. I tend to brick them. Again, you saw what I did. If they were right next to each other, I would shoot the guy with the gun and then brick and swing the melee guy. If the melee guy was significantly more forward than the guy with the gun, I'd brick him and then shoot the guy with the gun and then kill him. You just keep practicing and finding what works, and yeah. It's an area you got to develop muscle memory for, because it's not going to play out the way you want it to, and it's not going to play out the same way, you know, over and over and over. It's going to be a little bit different every time. But yeah, I've pretty much explained everything I can about this. I swapped to my pistol here. 51406. 51416. There we go. Restart checkpoint. And we make it in here, check that everything's reloaded, and then we're going to do some gun swapping.
Right behind you. Right there.
Joe.
Just to make sure, because there is some stuff that they will drop. Okay, I'll update the file right here. Now for this area.
Wait for that.
Watch out!
All right, this part's a bit strange. So we get right here. We just picked up some stuff. This guy always drops alcohol, but what ends up happening is the door opens and it pushes the alcohol back behind here. We don't need it, okay? Alcohol, if it was a rag, maybe, but alcohol is one thing that we absolutely do not need, all right? Plus, we already have a molly. We're going to end up using it at some point later. And we end up using it in the ranch. And then the last one we end up using is in hospital, which is optional. But yeah. When you enter here, there's going to be ammo that they drop. I recommend doing the weapon swapping and picking it up, because it's pistol, shotgun, and revolver as long as you're under the threshold so that they can drop it. It's very valuable ammo that they drop here. Okay? So, in this particular attempt, we got shotgun ammo, which is nice. One time I had them drop rifle ammo, which is weird. But yeah, you don't have to worry about the crafting ingredient there. And you can do this encounter from a restart encounter. So these two enemies will just ignore you. But only for a little while. Here, watch. If we sit here for too long... How do I explain this? Okay. Well, basically what I'm doing here. The enemies in the next area don't know I'm here. See, watch. These enemies right here, they don't know I'm here. However, the enemies right here, there's two enemies right here. They do know I'm here. That being said, they're not going to shoot you. The moment you're alerted, they run to a spot. They run to a certain spot, and then they are aggressive towards you. the reason we don't have to worry about them at all is because once we, like, make it here, the moment that they know that we're here, Tommy and these guys will kill these enemies here, okay? So it's one of those things. They won't shoot us right away. Right now, they're going to run to a spot. Now, the moment these enemies know that we are here, they die behind us. And these enemies know that we're here, basically, ow, when we walk through the doorway, or we're pretty much inside the doorway. Therefore, the strategy is kill this first enemy while we're technically still in here. And then go. Still waiting. Okay? It's a very interesting strategy. There's a lot of moving parts to it. A common mistake that I sometimes make is I aim too into the doorway. Like right there, I was too far to the left when I aimed, okay? Now, yeah, basically, you want to be right about here when you fire. But if you wait too long, these guys will start shooting you. And if you move too far this way, they all know you're there and the enemies die behind you. So speed is a part of this, okay? Once again, rifle at the ready. They'll be passive. Shoulder swap. I went too far. I went too far. See that? We can reload the rest of our guns later. Shoulder swap. Inch your way forward. Now for this enemy. This enemy has a helmet and armor, so you either want to hit his legs, or, what's unique to this game, unlike the original, is his arms. His arms do not have armor, so you're able to hit them. Okay?
Get him!
So, shoulder swap, arms, and then sprint forward and crouch. And then throw. So, yeah, this guy has, these next two enemies both have shotguns. So, if it looks like I'm playing a little bit passive, these aren't just enemies with little right holster guns. They both have shotguns. So, after you kill this enemy, you want to sprint forward and crouch and throw the bottle that you have. And then the reason you don't stand up right away and do that is because the last enemy is random. Sometimes what ends up happening is... Here, I'll see if something happens, but...
Get him! Pay for that!
If I just go right for him right away, sometimes that shotgun guy is already standing. He's already standing up. So what ends up happening, after I kill the guy that I just bottled, I'm immediately killed as soon as I can move Joel again because he was aiming the whole time. A way to avoid that, I recommend you do this strategy. A way to avoid that is right before you kill this enemy, crouch behind the cover to see if he's peeking. So, boom. Okay, nice lock on. I've never had that happen. Ignore that. Sprint forward, crouch. I went too far. Come on, come on.
Get him!
Arms. Boom. See him right there? If I had swung right away, I probably would have been dead the moment I moved him right here. I probably would have been dead. Okay. And then what you want to do is grab the bottle here. Now, you don't want to be moving because there's this thing in this game, and it just happened. I was going to try my best to explain it, but it just happened. If you're if you're crouched behind something, this really only happens, it's a glitch. It's in part 2 and it's in this game. This only really happens not crouched, but crouched behind something. If you're moving and pressed against something while you throw something, the throw doesn't happen. The arm movement happens, the animation happens, but the actual throw doesn't happen. Alright? So watch when I unpause eventually here. Because I'm moving when I'm pressed up against something and crouched, I go to throw. Throw. And nothing happens. Okay? So basically, when you pick up this bottle, the bottle will teleport to your hand. I think I mentioned that a long time ago. And then what you want to do is sit right here and just wait. That glitch won't happen as long as you're perfectly still. Okay? So putting all of that together, you can let go of sprint here. Shoulder swap. Boom. Bottle. Crouch. Throw. Check. Alright, he crouched. Boom. Bottle. Throw. And go. And then from this point forward, you want to reload your rifle, pick up this bottle, pick up that rifle ammo, pick up the El Diablo ammo in there, and pick up the pistol ammo here. All three of those things we picked up, the rifle ammo there, the El Diablo ammo in here, and the pistol bullet underneath that bed, that isn't random. Those are all there 100% of the time, okay? That's all just there. So yeah, we'll do this a couple more times. This one requires the most muscle memory of all to get right. Arms.
Pay for that.
See, it's tempting right now to just sprint and swing at him. But if you're standing and swinging, and that shotgun guy pops up, you're dead right now. Okay, so grab the bottle, be over here, throw, and go. Now, sometimes Tommy and Maria will shoot him before he moves left. You can hit him through, like, this little area right here. But there's a lot of things like this stuff right here that could block it. So only throw it through the thing there if you're 100% certain you're going to get him. I wouldn't recommend it just because what ends up happening is sometimes, oh, lock on, let me throw, and then he moves behind the wall and it ends up hitting the brick in front of us, or the throw isn't high enough and it ends up hitting the other stuff on the table here. I don't recommend it, but yeah. Reload the rifle, get the bottle.
That was too damn close.
Reload. The rifle, the El Diablo, and the pistol. I think we got to go back a little bit. And you want to do it quickly.
Do your thing.
Yes, I'll do this one more time. You don't have to worry about these guys shooting you. Shoulder swap. Check. And we're good. Okay. So, if you notice, the enemy in the back, I wasn't able to hit him in an unarmored spot. That's because either Ellie or Maria shot him for me. If that happens, you can body shot him, because a bullet to that enemy broke his armor. So you can just body shot him. That makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I cannot, like... Oh, God! See that? That would be an instance where I throw it early. But did you see him standing? Oh, God. Yeah, this enemy right here. If you throw and then just immediately go, he can peek. He can peek. So I just stay here, look there, and then go. Okay? It's highly recommended. Because it's a one-hit kill. He has a shotgun. Okay, boom. I aimed way too early. We're good. Go. Get the bottle later. Remember, don't be moving and then go. It's tempting to throw the bottle at the guy and then pick up the bottle yourself, but what will end up... Here, I'll show you. It's tempting to not do what I'm doing here, okay? Oh, I went too far. If you go too far, just do it over. That guy in the back has an El... Yeah, guy in the back has an El Diablo. These two enemies have shotguns, so just... Stop doing that. And the rifle doesn't kill 2 for 1, like in part 2. I'm going too far. Okay. Shoulder swap. There we go. Don't, like, pick up the bottle and then go. there's no point because you pick it up and then... Yeah, there's really no point. Plus, if you hit triangle, you might accidentally grab the enemy. All right, that's another reason. All right, one more time.
Do your thing.
Get him!
Arms. Throw. See why I waited? You see why I waited? Oof. All right, bottle. I'm still gonna get him to the left here. Boom, and go. And then from here, rifle. Bottle, rifle. There was an extra El Diablo bullet there.
That was too damn close.
And then pistol and reload. Everything's reloaded, and we can move on. All right, there was an extra El Diablo bullet there, okay? Not that that's going to help us, but just... actually, it technically can help us, but... Yeah, that's not expected. The bottle, rifle, 1 El Diablo, and 1 pistol. In the order that I got it. That's how you want to do it. Here, I'll do all that. Actually, I'll make the save file right here. Let me make sure it's actually... Okay, yeah. I'll make the file right there, but I'll go back and do this one more time just to show you. Because it's another one of those spots where if you let go of sprint, you lose your sprint. Because the encounter is considered over. But you want to pick all that stuff up quickly, right?
Do your thing.
Get him! Cover me! I'm moving up! Motherfucker!
Not gonna throw. There we go. Okay, so right here, if I'm doing all this, if I let go of sprint, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right there, I lost my sprint, and now, like, oh no, am I gonna make it to my spot in time? Oh, I didn't reload that in time. The cutscene's gonna start. It's not reload. From the moment you swing that pipe at the last enemy, just keep sprint held down the whole time and pick up what you need to pick up. And make sure the rifle and the pistol are reloaded, okay? Very, very important. Still killed him.
Pay for the...
I'm gonna wait. Make sure you're not moving. Sprint's held down. Reload. Pick up the bottle. Rifle. El Diablo. And then reload. And then boom. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this file and just go with this file. Okay, once Maria starts up, that's a skip cutscene. And then, just like before, as soon as you can pause, restart checkpoint, and it skips the whole thing. I just saw her riding on out of here. It skips that whole thing, and you can start moving right away. Okay. The horses. They move exactly like part 2. And if you remember the horse movement, there's only one way you can get the horse to move at like maximum speed. And that is holding down sprint and forward and only moving the horse like left or right just a tiny bit. Basically, you always have the left stick held forward and you move left or right with the horse using the camera. So like this. If you're just moving the horse like this, it's never going to reach maximum speed, all right? With the turns, you know, when it's 90-degree turns, you do that, but if you're, like, moving the horse like this, see how slow it is? The horse is never going to move at full speed. So what you want to do is hold forward and then only move the camera slightly. When you get here, again, you have to turn, but sprint forward and then only turn the camera slightly. And as you can see, the horse is really starting to move now.
She couldn't have gotten far.
Pretty much do this the entire way. Even Tommy doesn't move that quickly. And when you brush up against objects, it's going to slow you down as well. Just try and trigger it as much as you can, okay? Sprint forward and only move the left and right stick a little bit. You don't really have time to do it here, See, the movement's too big, but starting right here, you want to get full sprint, because if you mess this up, here, maybe there's a checkpoint somewhere. If you mess this part up, here, watch.
There. More tracks.
You have such slow riding speed right here. See that? This is where you really want to trigger the sprint, because.
Far. We'll find
All right,
it. Don't worry.
it'll send us right here.
Stubborn kid.
So yeah, the sprint, the maximum horse speed doesn't really work here that well because Tommy only moves at a certain speed. You know how in GTA 5, in some of the missions, in some of the early missions, if you're driving, the person you're either chasing or following, he always stays ahead of you, but it's in relation to your speed. So if you're going like unbelievably ridiculously fast, he'll also be faster because he always has to stay ahead of you. This game does not do that, okay? If you speed up a bunch, you're going to bump into Tommy because there's only a certain speed that he moves at. If you stop moving, he'll stop moving, but like if you go super fast, he's not going to go super fast. There's only a certain speed he moves at. But basically, just try and always go fast here, okay? You can't really get speed here because the turns are just too steep, but right here, if you're able to maintain the sprint, as you saw, he'll go down the hill a lot faster.
There. More tracks.
See this? Did you see the speed difference right there? And that can be tricky.
Far. We'll find it. Don't worry.
That can be tricky. For some reason, like the incline kind of messes up the sensitivity for the camera. It increases because of the steep hill. But yeah. It's right here. Try and get it to trigger. You probably won't, though. Once you make this last turn, sprint forward and just slightly move the camera.
More tracks.
And that's where you really want it. And from this point forward, you can't get it again. But yeah, that's how you do it. That was perfect. Okay. Leap over. Now hold aim. Hold, like, aim and move a direction, and the encounter will actually start earlier. When it transitions from checkpoint to just checkpoint, or just checkpoint to checkpoint and encounter.
How many you see?
Right after Tommy says that, just keep pausing. Boom. Checkpoint and encounter. Now, the reason you want to do this from a restart checkpoint is because the fight is a lot easier. Well, not a lot easier, but the enemies are in more favorable positions, okay? Compared to doing it from here. I've found this fight is a lot harder doing it from here versus doing it from a checkpoint. Okay. Next to Financial District, I would call this the next worst fight in the entire game. And main reason is there's a lot of different things you can do, and there's one enemy in this area that ruins everything, okay? There's one enemy. If you can get him, you're going to be fine. I'll do this a few times and then just explain it. Okay.
Watch my back! Pay for that!
That was perfect. That was a perfect fight. Okay? So at the risk of looking like a fool trying to get it again, I'm just going to go over it here. That was a perfect fight. There is something faster you can do, but I will go over that when we go over it. Okay. So you want to move over here. Moving over here just makes everything a little bit more centered on instead of fighting at an angle. So you want to move over here. Also, when we eventually aim to our left, we want to be exposed, so with the right side is free. So you want to move right here, whether or not you're further left or right. Just be centered behind this thing right here. Now, Tommy's going to shoot this person. It's not 100% of the time he'll do it, but like 95% of the time he will, okay? So wait for Tommy to shoot him, and then aim at him, and then get this guy. Now, this guy will either pop his head up forward or do it from the side. So you want to aim right about there and then react to what you see. So, headshot him, and then you want to swap to a revolver. Now, the reason I stand right here is so he'll pop... He won't shoot right away. He's scripted to pop back down and then pop up again. But if you stand right here, he'll pop up again earlier than if you didn't do that. So body shot him, and then rifle, and then slowly move your way this way, and then get this guy. This is the enemy that ruins everything, okay? If he pops his head up late, the bullet he fires is going to hit you. If he pops up right away, he'll miss his first shot, okay? So, if he pops up right away, take your time to line up a shot on him. If you can tell right in the moment that he's late, pre-align the reticle and then fire when you see him, okay? Then after you kill him, reload the rifle. I like to shoulder swap here just because you don't have to. If you look at like the angle of the terrain there, if you shoulder swap to the right, some of the terrain will be in your way, so I think I prefer the shoulder swap there, where Joel is further ahead, but the reticle is pretty clear on him. So you get him, and then you run up here. There's a guy with a I think a pistol or revolver, I don't know which. And then you get him, and then this guy should be right here. They're not always right there, but yeah. Okay. We'll do this a lot more times because there's still a lot to talk about.
Watch my back.
See, if I don't stand up, I'm kind of waiting for him. See how long I had to wait there? By standing right after I swap, you avoid the wait there. Okay. Rifle. Kill him. Run up here. Boom. Boom. This is a shotgun guy, so he's he won't shoot you from that far away. And yeah, there's that. Okay. We'll do this a few more times. Then I got some other things to talk about here. Wait for Tommy to shoot him. Get him. Get him. Stand up. Aim. And then see how quick. Okay. Now this enemy to the left. We're going to swap to our rifle and then aim at him. Alright, he's late, so if we don't shoot him... Okay, he happened to miss that, but if he's late to aiming at us, he will hit his shot there. If he's early, he'll miss, okay? The reason that shot right there is so difficult... Well, first of all, it's far away. He has armor and a helmet, and a rifle like ours. The kind of rifle where if he critically hits you, you have about that much health left. Joel's given a full health for this fight. Okay, he has full health. So, but yeah, if you headshot this enemy, it doesn't break his armor. If you hit his chest, or if you headshot him, it doesn't kill him. If you hit him in the armor, it doesn't kill him. So I think I don't really have a set plan for this guy. I just kind of aim at where his hands are, and then I hope it breaks. I hope it kills him. You can tell if it kills him or doesn't kill him by the reticle. Okay? But yeah, that enemy is the worst enemy in this entire part right here. And right there is stupid because he was running as Tommy shot him, so his momentum took him that way. But yeah, you just have to body shot him after Tommy gets him. This is the reason why you only need 2 pistol bullets for this area. You enter the dam with 1, and then there's 1 below the bed that you pick up before this fight. And this is why. If you do this right, you only need 2 bullets. See? 1, 2. And if you miss that shot, I recommend you just redo the area. Because he doesn't peek again. He
Watch my back.
He'll throw a molly instead. Like that wasn't a headshot game. All right, fine.
I've got him. Move up.
Watch. I'll miss on purpose. Oh, I missed. Okay, he's supposed to throw a molly. Watch this. Hold on. He's supposed to throw a Molotov. Maybe that's if you miss instead. Nope, there it is. And you barely have room to hit him. And if that happens, you're... Yeah, you're pretty... Oh, he's throwing another. What a dick. Yeah, if you miss it, he can fire that it didn't happen there, but if you miss the shot and then duck down again, he can fire the shot very early. And the reason you want to duck after getting this shot is because the enemy way in the back, he's also aiming at you. Here, watch. Nope. Hold on. I get him. Okay. Once again, not happening. Boom. I swear to you, I've been shot by him multiple times. It is... Wow, it's not happening at all. I swear to you.
Cover me. I'm moving.
Oh my god. Can you prove my point, please? Can you please prove my point? There we go. And sometimes it can be worse than that. Trust me, when you're doing the run, he will fucking shoot you. Also, notice how this enemy over here isn't aiming at me either. That's because, according to him, we're not... ow. We're not exposed yet. Oh, he's not ducking now. Ow, there. That's what I was waiting for. Wow, he didn't duck down at all. Maybe he's different if I'm aiming at him. He might choose to duck down if I'm aiming at him. That might have been it. So yeah, the reason
Cover me. I'm moving up.
you want to duck down right away is because we get him. Ow. Yeah, that's why. Okay, if you're aiming at him, he'll want to duck down again. Yeah, that's what it was. Interesting, huh? So if you're aiming at him, you won't get shot because he'll duck down before he lines up his shot. If you're just standing there or you're aiming away from him, he'll hit you. Okay? So that's kind of the reason why if you miss this shot and then want to try and get him again, you want to duck down before you do that.
Go!
Oh, God. Yeah, eventually the enemies just progress. So that's why I recommend if you miss this shot, he's shooting at you. He's shooting at you. I'll try and save it. Okay, if I didn't shoot him, I would have. All right, that enemy on the top left again. If I didn't hit him first, he would have killed me because he took forever to pop his head up. But notice how I'm sitting here and aiming.
Got it.
Right here. I'm sitting here aiming. This guy up here hasn't popped his head up because you need to move a certain distance right for you to be visible. So right about here. And he'll always be right about there. So yeah, I try and aim, when I'm shooting this guy, I try and aim just above the cover. As for how far left or right, I honestly don't know. I don't think it would be a harm to shoot his arms. I found if I shoot his shoulder, that doesn't really work either. So I pretty much try and aim middle, but right above where the cover is. Okay? Now, what happens if you miss? What should you do? Before I do that, there's something you can try here that is very fast, but extremely difficult. Okay? And this only applies for if you have more than 2 pistol. Like, we have 2 pistol bullets. The strategy is 1. Okay, I missed. Let's pretend. Oh, he's... And then I'm just trying to save it. I don't know where the other guy is. Alright, so they flip-flop positions there. Okay, so... Yeah, as long as you have enough revolver ammo, and the guy... If the guy starts throwing his Molotov and he gets the throw off, I wouldn't try and save it. If you have 3 pistol bullets, you can try and do that. But the strategy I recommend, pretty much if I miss this headshot, I give it like another second or two to see if I can save it. And if not, I just redo the area. If you have 3 or more pistol bullets, you can try this strategy right here. I feel like a bit of a boss having gotten that first try. Then the remainder of the area looks like this. I gotta be honest, that felt pretty good. Okay. So the strategy there is you can headshot the first guy, the guy in the back, and then the third guy. If you miss one of those shots on the first... Hold on. If you miss one of those shots on the first 2 enemies, one in the front, one in the back, you just continue with what the strategy normally is. Let's say you go for the first shot. You missed. Okay, you still have 2 bullets. You do what the strategy is that I've been showing. If you headshot the first one, but you miss the second one, that's okay. Get to your spot and aim at the third guy with 1 bullet left, and then swap to your revolver and do the strategy the same. There's no harm in trying this strategy if you have 3 or more. If you have 2, absolutely do not do this. But if you have 3 or more, it does not hurt to try. Because again, the strategy is you aim, you don't move Joel yet. You aim and move the camera upright and headshot. Oh. Hold on. Alright, it's right here. Just like this. Boom. Boom. And then boom. Like I said, if you have 3, there's no harm in doing this, because if you miss either the first or the second shot, not and, or, the moment you miss a shot going for the first or second enemy, just continue with what the strategy normally is. There's no harm in that. Okay? So again, just aim it right about where the tree is, fire, and then I'm moving Joel to the right just so I'm in position, because that enemy drops down from where that hut is and then sprints towards that log I'm aiming at. So I move Joel here, and then I just try. I try for the headshot, and then boom. Because I can tell you, nothing is faster than that. Nothing. So I'll do that a few more. I'll do that a few times just to show you it can happen. It. Boom. All right, I missed. Now just continue with what the strategy normally is. See that? No harm, no foul. Oh, all right. That's what I was talking about. It hit his armor, not him. If that happens, these guys aren't where they're supposed to be. That's the main result of that. If that guy isn't killed, not only can you get shot by him, but these guys aren't where they're supposed to be. So I don't know where this guy is going to be. Probably in the hut. Right, he's hiding behind there. You get him, and then I guess... You don't want to have to do that, though. So there's a different strategy for if that guy isn't killed. If he is killed on the bullet that you fire, sprint up the hill. If not, I'll show you another way in just a sec. But more with this. Boom. Boom. Ah, and that's the shot I miss. If you have 4, that's great. If you have 4 pistol bullets, that's great. See, that's why if I miss that shot, I don't just redo it immediately. I see if I can save it. If I have excess ammo or something else, you know? But yeah, I need to stress this again. This is a 3 or more pistol bullet strat only. See, if I miss, let's say hypothetically I have 3. Okay, I missed. I'm not going to redo it. I'm just going to do what the strat normally is. And I can still do it. Oh my god. Okay, then I would redo it. But as you can see, like, I got him. I got him. I got him. There's nothing faster than that. Swap to the rifle. Okay, this is the strategy you do here if you miss that shot. Alright, there's only one enemy left. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is. There he is. Yeah. If you have enough revolver ammo, I think... No, I don't know that I... No, if you have 3, which is pretty much... Again, I have excess because I picked up the 2 extra revolver bullets in Pittsburgh, and I had a really good financial district. The most a normal grounded attempt is going to have in this area is 3, okay? So I'm playing with that in mind. You can have extra rifle ammo if you choose. That's really, any extra rifle ammo you have is used for here. But you saw, most of the time I'm only using 2 rifle bullets. The rifle guy up top, and then immediately the next enemy. And then I use the remaining revolver ammo afterwards. Here again, the normal strategy, this is why I said you need the ammo thresholds. So right here. 1. Oh my god. Let me get it first. 1 pistol bullet. 2 pistol bullet. 1 revolver bullet. 1 rifle bullet. 2 rifle bullets. 2nd revolver bullet. 3rd revolver bullet. So that right there was 2 pistol bullets, 2 rifle bullets, and 3 revolver. That's why right there I recommend, like, those are the absolute minimum you need. Because if I run out of ammo for this guy, I guess an extra rifle bullet, you know, and then get him there, that's what an extra rifle bullet would be good for. You can't guarantee having a lot of pistol ammo, and you can't guarantee having more than 3 revolver bullets either. I would never suggest or think that could happen someday, okay? But that right there, that's a normal fight, and that's the reason why you need those amounts, okay? Extra rifle ammo can help if you end up missing a shot, okay? Which is why sometimes I recommend, you know, conserving it in some areas you can. Like, for example, throughout this run, we get 1 arrow back. That arrow basically makes it so we can use an arrow at Henry's in place of a rifle. Remember when we make it up top and those 2 enemies are running across? We arrow one of them. If we didn't get an arrow back, we would use a rifle. But then we'd enter this area with 2 rifle instead of 3. And I like having 3 for this area just for safety. Okay? And the reason I have 1 more on top of that is because we picked up the rifle bullet that was behind us in Financial District, but that's a time loser. That's a time waster. So, yeah. Prepare on consistently having 2 or 3 pistol bullets for this area. Prepare on having 2 or 3 revolver bullets for this area. But you actually have control over how much rifle ammo you end up using here. And, yeah. 2 is the minimum. You need 2. But having 3 or 4 is good for the mind. So because I have more than 1 pistol bullet, I'm just going to start doing this over and over and over. Yeah, I'll just do this over and over. I missed. But I can still recover. Great, he's got him. Him. Swap to the revolver. When you are coming up with a backup strategy, I need to warn you. You do not have time to kill the enemy that was behind me and then reload the rifle for this guy. Here, watch. Okay, watch this. I'm going to use a rifle bullet on the next enemy. You just gotta trust me. You don't really have enough time, okay? Oh, he got me. I might still be able to save it. Let me see. Probably not. Yeah, they were allowed to move. Now I don't know where they are. They're probably up top. Yeah, they're both up there. Because he shot me, those enemies up top pretty much start moving at around the time I kill the enemy in the back. Okay? There's like a timing for all of it. Because I didn't kill the rifle guy with armor quickly, these enemies are allowed to basically be wherever they want. And they're almost always this way. Okay? I missed. So now I do the normal strat. What was I talking about? Yeah, reloading the rifle. Just like that. Here, watch. You don't really have time. And then they do that thing where they hop out of the way. So if you have extra rifle ammo, but not that much revolver ammo, what I recommend doing is basically, when I'm running up this way, I swap to the revolver for this guy, and then I swap back to a rifle revolver for these remaining two enemies. So basically like this. Hold on.
Pay for that, asshole.
He peeked quickly. So basically I would do this. See that? Yeah, again, that's if you're put in some kind of position where you have to, like, say you don't have a lot of revolver ammo, okay? Let's say we only have 2 revolver bullets. Oh, I missed. Say you only have 2 revolver bullets. I have 1. Doing this is not recommended because the pistol guy is usually very aggressive. Like I mentioned, you just gotta trust me, it's not going to work well. So many runs I've tried to, like, oh, I'll just reload the rifle in time and then shoot. It's just not gonna work, okay? So if I don't have that much... Say I only have 2 revolver bullets... I have 1 revolver bullet left. I would do this. And then I would reload while looking for this guy. That was strange. What happened there? Oh, I think I hit down instead of right. Let me do that one more time. Again, it's... You know what? I'll do the normal strategy first.
Cover me. I'm moving up.
So I only have 2 revolver bullets in this, so I have 1 left. Boom. And then... Oh, man. Tommy. Also, another reason you want to try and not use rifle ammo in that last part, the rifle's awkward to aim up close. Very, very awkward to aim up close. Yeah, basically what I'm getting at is if... what am I getting at?
You're gonna pay for that.
If you have 3, you can also do that. Let's say, again, I have 1 revolver bullet. Boom. Swap back. I don't have any revolver ammo, so I would just do that instead. That would be an example where, okay, I didn't get very lucky with revolver ammo. That right there, that's what I was trying to do. Again, you have to do different things based on how much ammo you have entering here. I mentioned the minimums: 2 pistol, 2 rifle, 3 revolver. What happens if you don't have that amount? Okay? Rifle ammo you should be good with, because we don't really rely on drops. So rifle ammo is going to be consistent every time. But pistol and revolver are going to be different every time as well, okay? So we're doing the strategy as normal. Let's say hypothetically we only have 2, because that's going to be the one that we're probably short on the most often. So now we have 1. And so instead of using the rifle here and then a revolver and then rifle, which I guess technically you could. I guess technically you could do that too. Here, let me see. Oh, come on, game. Eh. Game. So I guess you could do this. And then get the rifle and reload it there. Yeah, I guess you could do that too. Now, what are you supposed to do if you only have 1 revolver? Well, that would require like the ultimate improvisation. I would probably try and get this strategy, and if I failed, I would probably just keep doing it until I got it. Come on, dude. So yeah, if I only have 1 revolver bullet left, I guess this would be the better thing to do. Let's pretend I killed him. And then swap. Yeah, I think that would be the better way. Yeah, I think that would be better. Again, that's if you can do it and have 3 or more. Okay, I missed. So I'm going to go over here. I'll talk more about this in a bit. I have no clue where this guy is. Oh god, there he is. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, if you miss, again, if you miss that rifle shot on the guy, you can't run up. You just can't run up, okay? So, that right there is my backup. I love when that works. See right here, this is my backup. Get him. This guy will always, almost always be right there. Hold on. He's supposed to be here. Wonder where he is. He's up there for some reason. Yeah. There's one thing I need to mention when you do that backup strategy. When you're reloading a rifle, like here, like, oh, I missed. If you climb before the rifle is finished reloading, it didn't actually reload. Okay? Same thing goes for, like, putting the rifle away while it's reloading. Okay, you're watching. I don't think the rifle finished. No, it didn't. See that? It didn't finish. Okay, that time. that? So you need to... So all these times I'm reloading it, it's not actually finished the reload. That one might have worked. So yeah, one of those things. It applies especially for when you're climbing. Here, watch this. I'll provide a bullshit example. That should be good. Nope, it didn't reload. So you need to make sure that rifle is finished reloading when you climb up here, okay? Because that's going to be the first thing you do when you notice you missed the shot up there, okay? So let's just simplify things a little bit. Sorry, I've been going around and around and around. If you have 2 pistol bullets, you do this strategy.
Watch my back.
Boom, boom, and then swap to the revolver and get this one and then aim the rifle at this one. If you have 3 or more, always try for this one. If I headshot the one in the back, swap to the revolver, and then rifle this one, and then run up. Okay? That, yeah. And if you miss either of the first 2 shots, just continue with what the strategy normally is. Because I have more than 3, I'll do this one. I love this game so much. Whatever. Okay, did I hit him or not? I'm gonna miss him on purpose, just to show you. Gotta show you this backup strat a little bit more. Oh my god. Yeah, see, it's just a mess. The one thing I'll say about that one is... hold on. Yeah, I would rifle him, revolver him. This guy would be right here. I'd climb up, and the shotgun guy is going to be somewhere around here. Either in front of me or down on the bottom. He's in one of those 2 spots. But yeah, you can't run up the hill if you miss that rifle shot. So, a little bit more. I'll just start doing it now and just see how it goes. Boom. Alright, I got him. Boom. Boom. And like I said, it's a lot easier to aim the right holster gun than the left holster. So, that's why I use revolver ammo on those last 2. I wouldn't recommend using revolver ammo on the rifle guy that's far away either. So, yeah. Let's do one... I missed. Let's do one where we only have 2 revolver bullets. You know what? Tommy killed him, I think. Yeah, Tommy killed him. Alright, they're up there for some reason. Alright, where's the last enemy? There's the last guy. He should be somewhere around here. There he is. So yeah, that was very unique in that I didn't kill him, but then Tommy immediately shot him right after, and that got him. So that's something else to look out for. Again, you've seen what it normally is. Let me pretend like I have 2 revolver. Okay, so I have 2. I'm gonna do this. Boom. Boom. That's a much better strategy than what I was trying to show before. However, yeah, when you're running up the hill and you get this guy, don't reload and then just try and get this guy. All right? You don't want to do that. So yeah, I recommend rifle, revolver, take the time to reload. If you have no more ammo at this point, check if you have any more pistol. If not, like you're out of ammo completely, I do have a backup strategy. Oh god, right. It's kind of risky though. Well, not. Headshot. Oh, I missed. There we go. Strategy is normal. Boom. Right. He took a long time to aim, so that would have hit me. Alright, let's say I'm out of ammo right now. This guy with the shotgun's gonna run up here, so then you want to climb as far to the left as you can, and then do that. I know that looks extremely risky, but you want to wait for him to run a little bit forward so he takes cover behind here. Sprint forward, do the longer climbing. He won't turn around to get you. And then you can either swing a pipe right away or have the bottle in your hand and do that. I know it looks risky, but it really... it isn't that risky. And again, that's a backup to a backup. That is I'm out of ammo. Okay? Again, give him some time to move forward, and then go. Boom. See that? I just need to show that off. That is a backup. Okay. Let me do one more pretending I have 2 revolver bullets. Because I did a bad job of showing that off before. Okay. Alright, so I have 1 revolver bullet remaining. What do I do? Boom. That's assuming you have an extra rifle bullet, which most of the time I think you are going to have that. Okay? Alright, now let's just do this a few times over and over. And, yeah, I should better show off... I should show off the backup strap more if you miss the rifle bullet, so...
I've got him. Move up. You're dead, asshole.
So right here, if I miss... Oh no, I missed. Wait until the rifle's finished reloading. Go. Try your best to kill him there. Boom. Boom. This guy is going to be right here. You get him. As for what to do with this guy... oh, there he is. It's a game of cat and mouse, then. Right. It's just a game of cat and mouse. Where is he going to be? I recommend going around to the right. But yeah, as for the, like, alignments of the enemies afterwards... Like, oh no, I missed. I think Tommy shot him right afterwards. Yeah, he did. Alright, so I'd kill him there, get him. This guy...
I got him.
...is right there. And then I actually... Oh, God. Alright, Tommy didn't kill him. Okay. This guy is gonna be like... Oh, God. Wow. Incline. Jesus. Yeah, something like that, okay? I thought Tommy killed him. That means he just wasn't peeking. Oh no, I missed. Wait till it's reloaded. Boom. Aim. Ow. That's okay. Boom. Get him. Get him. Get this guy, who should be right there. You're most likely only going to have like a bottle here. If you don't see him... Oh god. Hide behind something. What was I saying? If he's not there, the next spot he's going to be is actually, believe it or not, is right here.
That's all.
And he'll run down this way. So if you're waiting there and he's just not there, that means he's over here. Yeah, the bottle isn't too important. It does play a role a little bit later, but, yeah. Okay. Let me just do the normal strategy and then we'll move on. That's all I can really mention about this area. Different things that have been shown off. elbow there. That was absolutely perfect, okay? If you have the right amount of ammo, you do that. If you're short on revolver ammo, you'd have to kill the last enemy with a rifle bullet, assuming you have one extra, which is the reason I like having one extra. But yeah, as soon as the encounter is over, restart checkpoint, and just reload whatever you have in your inventory.
Come on, back to the horses.
Now, from the once we leave the ranch, the rifle is completely useless, okay? What's still valuable to us, though, is shotgun ammo. We end up using shotgun ammo in university. We use it in science lab. We also use it in tunnel to do a slightly faster strategy. The end of tunnel, not the actual tunnel part itself. So what I'm getting at, if you have shotgun, if you have two shotgun shells here, you can use one, that's fine. If you have one, you have to save it, okay? So if you have one shotgun shell here, you have to save it and don't use it in the ranch. But no matter what, if you have a spare rifle bullet, keep the rifle out. But no matter what, swap to the El Diablo. Okay? You absolutely have to swap to the El Diablo. Now, this particular example, we got one extra one back randomly in the end of the dam, but we normally only have one. We only have one. All right, as for what we're supposed to do right here, and again, how much health you have doesn't matter. We want to stand in a specific spot because if we're blocking the horses, they don't move. That's my horse. This is Tommy's horse. If we're blocking it, it's not going to move to its spot, okay? So you want to give it some room. Then it goes, and then Tommy goes. You can't get on your own horse until Tommy starts getting on his. But I believe also if you go over here,
back to the horses.
That also doesn't work. Because then my horse doesn't move either, I believe. No, he'll also go that way, but I think I can get on my horse right now, but yeah. Basically, what you want to do is just stay out of their way.
That's all of them.
And I do that by going right over
back to the
here.
horses.
You don't have to hit L3. I basically just stand right over here. If you have if you have rifle here, keep the rifle out. If you have otherwise swap to the shotgun because that's what we end up using later, okay? And yeah, if you stand there, the horses will align that way. It's much better. Go over here. Tommy will always get ahead of you. As soon as the subtitles pop up, like right there, restart checkpoint, places us quite a ways further.
Going this way.
Like quite a ways further.
Just hope they didn't get to her.
We go a little bit further. And this one I use autosave for. 21, 22. Right about there. Yep. Restart checkpoint. That places us even further ahead. We're pretty much at the ranch now. Do this max speed horse trick I was talking about. Sprint forward, only adjust the camera.
That's our horse. She's got to be there.
And we want to mash triangle as we approach here.
Clear.
We get off of it as early as we can. And then we spend this area right here making sure our stuff is reloaded.
Ellie?
Once it is, we just go right for the door.
Ellie?
And again, you're starting this fight, you're always going to have one El Diablo bullet that we picked up at the end. If you have rifle ammo here, have the rifle out because it's completely useless to us from after this fight is over. If you don't have any rifle, swap to the shotgun, even if you're not going to use it because we end up using it in university. Okay? And the whole reason I mentioned all of that stuff is because this is how you perform the ranch. It's extremely, extremely easy. and then swap to Shorty and shotgun, and that's it. Okay.
Hang back.
Shorty and shotgun, and then we leave. Okay. First things first, remember, most of the time we're only going to have one El Diablo bullet. One. That being said, if you do have two, you get one randomly dropped at the end of Dam, kind of like we did, you can actually use 2 El Diablo bullets here. See that? You can actually use 2. If you're not using the rifle, you can use the shotgun. The shotgun does the same thing. Boom. Right? Shotgun does the same thing. That being said, if you're going from 1 to 0, don't ever do that. Do not ever do that. All right? We need 1 shotgun shell for University. And from this point forward, we don't use any rifle ammo. So if you want to do like the normal ranch forest strategy, but still have an extra rifle bullet so you can use it here, that's fine too. Because, again, that second enemy is either a rifle or shotgun. Because if you end up using your melee weapon, it's just slow. See that? And then sometimes this strategy doesn't work. I'll talk about this Molotov throw in a second. But, yeah, as you can see, it's not very fast. You can use a bottle. But, as you can see, also not very fast. Especially if you get the slow swing. That wouldn't be bad if it was, like, guaranteed. But it's not, okay? Also, you can end up doing the university dorm areas a little bit faster if you have a bottle for that area, okay? So unless you have, I don't know. If you have no left holster ammo to use at all, you can either do the bottle swing like I showed, or you can do this. That's not bad. I think you get it. If you have 1 rifle bullet or 2 shotgun shells, use a left holster gun. If you don't have any left holster gun, you can either do the bottle and the swing, or you can do the double swing. Okay? But the enemy has to die. As for the bottom throw, the bottom level. You want to stand right here. Notice how I'm not taking damage yet. Still nothing. Still nothing. That's because there's smoke. There's smoke here. Ow. Okay, smoke's gone. The enemy throws a smoke bomb at the ground. So when I get right here, basically what I do is I sprint right here. I'm on like the top step or halfway down, and then I throw the molly right about there because that's where they gather. Okay, so even though the enemy's shooting at me while I'm running forward, I'm in smoke. The smoke bomb they throw to protect themselves actually helps me because then they can't see me. It's actually really dumb. Enemy smoke bomb. Hey, where'd he go? That's pretty much what's happening here. So, like, aim and throw. The throw doesn't have to be right away, and you don't want to throw it without aiming because then it's going to lock onto a guy. You don't want that. So you throw it on the ground. The expanded Molotov radius training manual we picked up helps a lot here. If they live through it, they'll at least be partially on fire. Run down and swing at them. Should be fine. I like to check if they drop pistol ammo just because there's a case where we could end up using pistol ammo in tunnel for an alert, but yeah, that's pretty much it. When we're done, again, we swap to shorty and shotgun. Nice and simple. See, there's some pistol right there. Shorty, shotgun.
All right.
Skip cutscene. And then, even though we paused right away, if I were to restart checkpoint, the restart checkpoint is supposed to skip the dialogue where they're talking like, so if you clear the 10 yards, it's called a first down? First down, that's right. It skips that dialogue and goes right to when you can move Joel. Saves a lot of time. But if you restart checkpoint the very moment you're able to, like you're mashing pause like we were doing before and then restart checkpoint right away, that's not the checkpoint. It's actually like, all right, it's not showing up here either. So this is unique in that case. It's basically the moment you can pause, wait 1 more second after that. And then it places you right here and you can go. I assume I made a save file back at the ranch. I'll actually show you. It's so strange. But it's worth doing, obviously. Did you ever think an area in this game could be so easy? Well, it is. Alright.
Alright.
So, skip cutscene. Watch what happens if I restart checkpoint right away.
Okay, let me see if I get this straight. If you mess up...
And the clock's ticking. The clock's ticking. So I'll go over what you're supposed to do. Okay. I already mentioned it, but basically, the moment you can pause, wait like 1 more second after that.
Take back.
All right.
Okay, so... Okay. Now, when I unpause, remember, the screen's black, so the timer for speedrun mode isn't actually going, so... Alright, we didn't lose any time by doing that, as far as speedrun mode is concerned. Restart checkpoint, and then right there, that's the checkpoint. So it's not as soon as you can pause, it's like a second after that. Alright, same thing, the horse controls are the same, so right here.
Okay.
Try and get the max speed, and just try and move about these things as cleanly as you can. Now right here, we need to go over there, so it should be obvious to want to leap over this side. But I gotta be honest with you, kind of like what you saw right there, the angle of this barrier right here is very awkward. So what I recommend is when you're running forward, leap over... Okay, fine. Leap over... Here, I'll go back here. Leap over the one on the right. Alright. It's more direct. Like, I know you have to end up going this way, but it's really difficult to leap over those left barriers. Let me see if I even can. That right there is pretty much my experience with this.
Let's go.
You can go this way and then maybe angle it a little bit better, but it's very awkward. Instead of just going straight on, right? It's so much easier. Okay, right here, make sure you round your corners properly.
There's that time of year.
Don't bump into anything.
How many people you think are there?
Now, as soon as Ellie starts with that line of dialogue, how many people do you think are there? Get off the horse, okay? Because the horse, once they start that line of dialogue, the horse is forced to trot very, very slowly. And it turns out Joel's running speed is faster than the horse's speed when they're having this conversation. Okay? And as for what direction... Like, let me...
How many people you think are there?
I can probably
Fireflies.
get this to happen here. Yeah. As for the horse getting off,
You think there'll be other
whatever
people my age?
direction the camera is facing, like the opposite side, he'll get off the horse. Or, not really, like... Or... How do I explain this? So, I have the camera pointed over the right shoulder. He will get off on the right side. Okay? If I have the camera pointed this way, he'll get off on this side. Here, I can show it here. So, if it's pointed behind, I don't really know. But if it's pointed this way, he'll get off this side. if it's pointed this way, he'll get off this side. Okay? That's pretty much how it works there. So pretty much you want to rush your way around this corner. Get to about right here. Let go of sprint and then hit triangle. Because if you have sprint held down when you hit triangle, it doesn't happen there. Here, I'll try and get off the horse when he's riding really fast.
I reckon it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
Okay, it's not happening here, but you just got to trust me. I've had it where I'm mashing triangle and he will not get off the horse. It's very frustrating. So kind of like how I explained with pallets in the game, I usually let go of sprint when I hit triangle. Same thing here. It's not happening right here, but let go of sprint and then mash triangle to get him off. And this running speed is faster than the horse. And make sure the shotgun's reloaded. Use this. The shorty's all obviously reloaded, but use this time to reload the shotgun. Okay. Okay. And if you only have one shotgun shell here, they're going to drop ammo up there. But, yeah. Alright, there's a checkpoint right here. As soon as you hit triangle, boom, checkpoint, and he's, like, already pushing it open. Okay. Alright, this encounter's a little rough. I'm still not exactly sure how it works, but...
Don't want him running off. I'll be right back.
Alright, as soon as you can take a couple steps, checkpoint and encounter. A restart checkpoint will place us at the front of the stairs, so it places us a good ways forward. And here's how I know how to do this. I'm sure there's a detail or two I'm missing about this, but... Wait, I don't think that... No, yeah, that's how I do it. Boom. That's... Yeah, that's how you do it. There's always going to be one more. It's very difficult to kill all of them with the 3 shells that you use here. But yeah, first things first. Shotgun that one, pretend I killed it. And then boom, boom. Again, there was one that I didn't kill. Make sure the shotgun kills first. And then what you want to do is... Boom. Stand over here and go boom, boom, and then there's usually one that remained. Okay, the shorty and shotgun they work a little bit differently to each other. The shotgun, the shorty's kind of broken in a way. It has really, really long range, and it's also the spread is very wide as well. Like if I aimed, like let me show you something. If I aim somewhere over here, the shotgun isn't going to hit that runner, right? But if I use the shorty... Hold on. It basically has wider spread. I didn't show it there, but it has a wider spread than the shotgun. So that we want to use 2 here. Okay. We get that one. We come over here, and then boom. However, it also, just like the normal shotgun, it's not very good up close. It has a lot of range, but it's not very good up close. You want to make sure you get the one in front of you. Okay. Boom. Boom. If there was only this runner right here to deal with, that would have been better. You got to make sure you kill this first one. Okay. So, boom. Then I come over here. Boom. Boom. Okay, there's 2 more to kill here. So that was pretty good. Yeah, you're always going to have 1 or 2 that remain. What you want to do with this first shorty shell is kill the one in front of you and injure the ones behind it as much as you can. Like that right there. That was pretty much perfect. There's not much more to mention. This is the reason why we want 1 shotgun shell here. And then we need 1 for Science Lab. But these enemies are going to drop shotgun and revolver. They don't really drop anything else. Do you see the range of the shorty? This guy shouldn't be dead. But yeah, these enemies will drop revolver and shotgun. As long as you're below 3 for each of them. Revolver ammo has a weird... Like, we actually do use revolver ammo the rest of this run. We use it in winter. Primarily in winter. But it's weird. Joel will wake up with a fully loaded revolver, but you'll actually have more ammo than that if you, and this is weird, this is really, really weird, you'll have more ammo when Joel wakes up in winter, revolver ammo, if you pick up revolver ammo here and in Science Lab, but you don't reload it. When you pick up, let's say you have an empty revolver, okay? Every bullet you pick up, you have 0 bullets, but you have 4 in your backpack that aren't in the gun, okay? And this only applies to Joel waking up in winter. For every bullet you have in your backpack that isn't reloaded into the gun, Joel will wake up with that many more bullets in his revolver. So normally he wakes up with 6, and then we pick up a thing of 3 in front of us that gives us 9. But for every bullet you picked up here and in Science Lab that you didn't reload back into the gun, you wake up with that much more. It's the only instance in the game that does that. It's very bizarre. But, yeah, that's a thing. I think the reason being is the game is literally giving you free ammo. Even if you leave here with 0 bullets and 0 bullets in your backpack, the game gives you a fully loaded revolver. It's the only gun in winter that allows that, that does that. So I think that's why there's this little exception with the backpack stuff. But yeah, that's a thing. So don't think of the revolver ammo here as throwaway, because we end up using a lot of revolver ammo in winter. So yeah, you basically want to pick up everything that they drop here. Shotgun ammo, revolver ammo. You never know when you're going to use it later. But yeah, kill the one in front of you, injure the ones in the back. And then you can either sprint for the generator or do a restart checkpoint. I usually do both, because sometimes, again, the game is a little weird with when the game thinks all the enemies are dead. All right? So like, oh, I killed the last one over there. I made it here, and the game still thinks we're in an encounter. The game's weird like that. So what I do is I sprint. I don't pick up any ammo while I'm waiting. I pick it up after I turn the generator on, and then I come back this way. The restart checkpoint gets rid of the bodies, but, wow, they barely dropped anything. Here, I'll go back here. I'll go back to this one and do it again. But, yeah. Oh my god, come on, stop doing that. Yeah, be warned there. Gotta make sure the shotgun shell kills one. Like so. There we go. So, if you make it in front of the generator and the game still thinks you're in the encounter, just hit the triangle on the generator. If you're an instance here, like here, where you're right here and the encounter is finished, restart checkpoint. It'll place you right in front. I recommend doing that. All right, now this checkpoint's kind of funny because the moment the light on the generator turns green, it's right next to Joel's head. The moment the light turns green, that's when the checkpoint is hit. So right there. See the light turn green? Restart checkpoint, and it skips the rest of the pole animation. And you can move. Now use this point right here to do the weapon swap, weapon picking up. 2 revolver and a shotgun. I'll take it. Reload it, and then reload this. So again, just like we've been doing before, do the weapon swapping and go. Can I do it again? Yeah, just to show you. Again, the restart checkpoint also gets rid of the bodies. Don't go out of your way to collect stuff. If you see a bullet over here or a bullet like way over here, don't bother. Just pick up the ones that are in your way, like so. See that? I just picked up 3 bullets. I didn't have to crouch for any of them. And then use this point to reload the shotgun and the shorty, because we're still going to use that in Science Lab as well.
Hey, I was thinking...
Okay. Now, as soon as the gate starts to go up, that's the checkpoint. So, right there. The moment you hear the gate start to go up, checkpoint is hit, and we go. Now, I need to talk about one time I was doing the previous encounter. I think I have a video of it. Hold on. Yeah, you're going to get a kick out of this. Watch. So I'm doing the areas normal. I'm just realizing now I did it a little differently. Oh! Whatever, there's still... You notice, there's still supposed to be one enemy alive. Who are you? So I was able to triangle prompt the generator, and... I was able to triangle prompt the generator with an enemy still alive. What he ended up doing was... I didn't realize I did the strategy a little bit differently here. Yeah, there's a different way to do this. You can also do it this way. Boom. Boom. Kind of, as you saw, kind of the same results. It's a slightly different way of doing it, which I wouldn't really recommend, to be honest. But I think it was this that was the reason this happened. So I did the strategy as normal. One of the enemies, because I ran over here right away, one of the enemies in the back, you can't see him. He ran out the back and then went around the outside to the right of where Joel is. So he went out one of the back windows. He was right there, actually. I didn't realize you could see him the whole time. Look, he's right there. Oh! He went out the back and went all the way around. Oh! And, yeah, you can still triangle prompt the generator and then go. And then I run downstairs and he takes a really long way around. But, holy the run. My God. It turns out if you hit even if the generator is turned on, if you hit triangle on this thing, one of the runners went, no juice. It won't work. No juice. It turns out in this case, I hit triangle. While the game technically thought there was an enemy around, I ended up killing him and going for here, but it turns out the game still thought there was an enemy around. I was still allowed to sprint and stuff. And yeah, the game was still in the encounter. So, even though the generator's turned on, if you hit triangle here with an enemy still around or the game thinks there's an enemy around, it won't work. You have to wait until the game thinks the encounter is over before you do that. But, yeah, I just need to show off that is a thing. Okay? Sometimes the pathfinding breaks a little bit, and there will still be an enemy alive if, after you turn the generator on, none of the checkpoints will work, and every enemy has to be dead by the time you leave here. Okay? That shouldn't happen to you, though. Here, I just mentioned I hit a save file, or I hit a checkpoint. The moment the gate starts to rise, checkpoint, and it places you on the horse with the gate already open. Saves a lot of time.
What about you?
I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do this one more time, just to see if I can get that to happen again. So yeah, there is a different way to do this. Notice how again, the shorty isn't very good up close. It's good from far away, but not up close. See, again, this is a different way of doing it that I don't know if I really recommend. Yeah, I don't know why I did that in the video. I don't like it. I like that so much better. Yeah, I don't know why you would do the other way. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, alternate way. Whatever works for you. The one thing that can't change, 1 shotgun, 2 shorty. Even if you have a second shotgun shell, I wouldn't really. 4 shells doesn't really help things much here either. And you can use a bottle on that last one, but the next encounter is like the university dorm sneaking stuff. So yeah. Okay.
What about you?
You can do the next area a little bit faster if you have a bottle already. So that's why I don't use it in the forest. I don't use it in the ranch itself. I don't use it there. I like to save it.
Serious.
Sing something.
No.
Simplifies the area a little bit. Okay, another checkpoint. As soon as he lands on the other side. 527.30. 527.49. You can pause a little more intermittently. But, yeah, the reason we want to do this checkpoint is because if we just continue, here, look.
Aw,
We can't move while they acknowledge monkeys. I mean, if there were monkeys in front of me, I probably wouldn't move either, but still. You can't move. In the original, you could. Here, it's like, look at the monkeys! So, at the point I mentioned before, as soon as you can restart checkpoint, you can just move right away.
aw, are those monkeys?
Yeah.
And the game still kind of forces you to go slowly, as you can see, if you are close to them. So when you restart checkpoint, you want to go to the right. You get a certain distance away from them, and you can go a lot faster. So I recommend going that way. And then you want to get off at this stairwell right here and go for fast horse riding, which is sprint forward and only adjust the camera. As you can see, he's going. And then get on the curb, point the camera to the left, and then don't be holding sprint. Okay. Anyway, I recommend don't be holding sprint when you're here. It might not work, but yeah, it's not working. But trust me, it's happened to me before. Get on the curb, point the camera to the left, let go of sprint, and then mash triangle, and he'll get off. All right. And remember, you want the camera pointed to the left, because then he'll get off on the right side, and we end up going right here.
Try that gate.
Okay. And then check that your guns are reloaded again right here. Okay. There's a checkpoint at the top of the stairs right here. 528.25. 53. Okay, there's a checkpoint right there, and as you can see, places us quite a ways further. Okay, this is actually really funny. I didn't realize I took damage before, so this is actually really good. Okay, so I got hit once in the generator room with the runners. Watch this. There's health in there, but you gotta break the glass to get it. But that's slow. So what are we gonna do instead? If you have full health, you don't have to worry about it. Basically, the walls in this game are kind of broken, so we're just gonna pick it up through the wall. We're not glitching anything out. That's just the game being really, really stupid because this game was so deserving of a remake. But yeah, basically mash triangle as you're passing it. Make sure you're looking at it. No, you can. I just did it. Hold on. Triangle's not really working very well. What the hell? Does it only work the first time? Whatever. You can do this here. You can also do this with the first vending machine when you make it inside the science lab. It's funny. Oh, I'm positive you can. I guess you get right here. That's the sweet spot. You need to be close enough to be able to... Whatever. I'm spending a little too much time on this, but... I'm not exactly able to get it the way I want, but you're capable of picking this up through the wall, like right there. Let me try, yeah, if you'd like. Okay, most of the time you're not going to need it, you just head forward. In this case, I did need it. Yeah, his health's full now, okay. Okay. Remember some other spots where I mentioned financial. I mentioned this. Right before you start the financial fight, you want something in your hand because the next movement you do is going to be aim. So because we have a bottle in our hands when we begin this encounter right here, When the moment we aim, this is going to be in our inventory. So, yeah, there's a lot to explain about this part. So, let's go. I didn't throw it in the right spot. Hold on. I got you. There we go. And we're through. Let me do that again. It's consistent, and it works. Spoiler alert, that works too. Okay. So what you want to do is basically turn the camera left, aim, and throw. Now you want to throw it on the ground. That definitely makes the most noise, because we need to distract 3 clickers and a bloater. Okay? Now don't just aim, because as you'll see, turning the camera by itself versus aiming are 2 completely different speeds. Okay? So you want to aim the camera left, and then aim, or you want to pull the camera left, and then aim, and then throw. Like this. Boom. And then you can move at full speed for a little while because the clickers are far enough away. Their senses are very good here. Do you remember in downtown when we did the clicker sneaking part? I mentioned how, you know, when they're just walking around, you gotta like crouch walk or aim crouch walk. One of those things. The moment they're distracted, you can move at full speed when you're crouched. But then they pick it up again. Here, right here. Like, if I just... Their senses are very, very good. So... But if I do this, if I do the distraction... See how much closer I was able to get to it? Because for a couple seconds after the impact, he's focused on the noise, not me. Now, that only lasts for a couple seconds. See that? Now, if I crouch walk at full speed, he's got me. So that audio distraction is only good for maybe 2 to 3 seconds. Yeah, point the camera left, aim, boom, crouch walk at full speed, stop it around the corner of this chair. Now, the reason I don't aim a weapon right here, you just gotta trust me, sometimes it doesn't work, okay? Like right here. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And I also feel like with this part, you have a little bit more control over, like, you right here. See that when they're far enough away, then I shoulder swap to take a look at the bloater. And as long as I sprint past him, he's gonna throw his crap at me. He's gonna throw his crap at me. That's why this works. He doesn't run towards me. He doesn't bowl charge me. He's about to throw his stuff at me because I got a certain distance away from him. But he's also so wide, he prevents the clickers from surpassing him. Because the clickers, as you're about to see, are very, very fast. Okay? What else to mention? Yeah. Camera left, aim, go. Crouch walk at full speed until we get to about here. Slow it down. I like to use a gun right here to know when to move past him. Basically, when he clears this desk right here, that's when you can go. And then go. And then mash square, and that's going to work, okay? Now, what do you do if you don't have a bottle here? That's why I mentioned it's better to have a bottle here and not use it in ranch or the generator room or the forest, you know, it's good to conserve it because that's a really good strategy right there. As long as you throw it in that spot, and I stress throwing it on that spot because if you throw it like too high, the bloater and that clicker didn't hear it. So it's one of those things you want to throw it right about there. So yeah. What happens if you don't have a bottle? Well, you have to use the bottle here. There's a bottle right there. Let's pretend we pick it up. Boom. And then same thing pretty much. Now I know what you're thinking. Why don't, let's say you have a bottle entering here. Why don't you pick up the bottle anyway? You can. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, he threw a punch at me. If a clicker makes it past me, or past the bloater, then you're dead, but yeah. We don't need the bottle. There's a brick that's on our way before the science lab encounter that's free, doesn't lose any time. So we can get it there. Because here, you don't want to focus on like leaving here with a brick or bottle. You have other things to worry about, like the ridiculously good hearing on clickers and bloaters, okay? You don't have to worry about that. Also, if you don't have a brick or bottle entering here, you do this strategy. You pick it up. I recommend shoulder swap because, well, it should be pretty obvious. Like, you pick it up here, you're going to be right here. If you aim, you have, like, the entire way to do it. So the moment you pick up the bottle here, so, triangle, you got it. Aim, shoulder swap, and this is a really funny strategy. You want to hit this table. It doesn't matter if it's the top or the front, but you want to hit the left side. Main reason is, let me see if I can show it off. Yep, boom. If I hit the left side of the table, watch this clicker right here. He's going to go forward. Oh, I'm going to change my mind and go through this way. Because the distraction was there, the pathfinding takes him inside the room. But if I do that, bottle pickup, if I throw it there, but I still try and do the strategy, let's see. Okay, it didn't happen here. But, don't worry. I have a video to show you. It's very important. Alright, got it right here. Now, the reason I freak out over this occurrence is because I didn't know about this at the time. So watch this. Okay. Forget that one. Watch this. What? Basically what happens if you throw it in the wrong spot, a clicker... Mistakes like that don't bother me that much, but a clicker gets ahead of the bloater. Clicker in front. I'm dead. And you're killed. So because that clicker went towards the distraction and then went back towards the door because I threw the bottle too far to the right, he was able to surpass the bloater and get you. Then I try it again. Same thing, I just didn't throw it in the right spot. Did one not move? And it actually happened again. Watch this when you do this strategy. And once again, there's a clicker right there. That second one might have happened for a couple different reasons. One, because I let the bloater get too far. The bloater acts as a barrier for those clickers, okay? The clickers move significantly faster in this game compared to the original, and they move a lot faster to the bloater. The bloater is very thick. He's very wide, okay? So when the bloater is slowly walking towards us, the clickers are blocked by him. So the clickers are forced to move at his speed. So that's why, yeah. But it turns out, when you throw this bottle right here, again, when you pick it up here, because that's your only option if you don't have one entering here, you don't want to, like, throw it there, because then this clicker might walk through here. He might try to basically... Hold on, let me see if I can make that happen. Yeah, if you throw it over here... Alright, well, first of all, that clicker didn't hear us, but he can also approach it from this way. So you need to throw it on the table, okay? But if you throw it on the table too far to the right, it's not going to work. Or even if this particular instance works, which it probably will. Ow. Yeah, it probably will work. It's that clicker going back. Here. Again, I'll show you the reason for it all happening. So if I throw it over here, watch this clicker right here. He's going to go forward. Oh, I'm going to change my mind and go back. By that point, I sprint. That clicker's a lot closer to me compared to the others. Compared to if I throw the bottle somewhere over to the left of the table, like right about there. Now look at the clicker. He's going to keep going, and he keeps going. Now, those clickers are all the way over there by the time I trigger an alert. Now, even when you're doing this strategy, here, I'll do this one. As you can see, this one's a lot easier. If you let the bloater travel a little too far, like, oh, I'll just... There's a chance a clicker might be able to get past him. Let's see. No, he's pretty thick. For speed reasons, and also just for consistency, too. I recommend... You know, once the bloater clears this desk right here, I run past the bloater, I just clear the desk, and then I go. If I get blocked on him, that's bad. Once you hit triangle here, his spore throw doesn't work. So you don't have to worry about getting thrown off the door here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. What happens if all the clickers hear the bottle throw? Well, before I get to that, so yeah, when it comes to the distraction, if you have a bottle, you do this. Once you see the bloater, you go forward. If you don't have a bottle, you do this. Pick it up, throw it to the left. Make sure to crouch walk. Take a look at the bloater when you see him. Run right past. And you're good. Now, you probably saw right there, what happens if the clickers hear the throw, but not the bloater? Because that actually just happened the first try that you saw there. I'm going to try and throw it at a spot where it's more likely to happen. Basically, you can't do the same strategy because the bloater doesn't move from his spot. The bloater is... oh my God. The bloater, his standing position is right there, okay? So we can't just sprint past him. Also, you don't want to pick up the bottle. You don't want if you don't have the bottle, you don't want to pick it up like this. You don't want to be crouching at full speed. It's okay if they make those chirps, I think. Like here, I'll see how much I can get away with it. Boom. Yeah, they're a little bit more on edge if they're like that, okay? But, yeah, for safety reasons, I usually just crouch walk all the way here. Pick it up, throw it right about there. Then I just check, and then go. I don't usually like to make them chirp like that. See that? Okay, the bloater didn't hear that. Basically, if you just sprint this way, it doesn't work. So what made it work before? Well, when you put enough distance between the bloater and yourself, and you haven't hit triangle on the door yet, the bloater will rip off part of its body and throw it at you. There's a consistent way to get that to happen. Again, you have to, if you hit triangle on the door before he's done that, he'll just start walking towards you. So you need to put a certain distance between the bloater and yourself, but and that will force him to throw his stuff at you, because the long animation is what makes it work. And once you've hit triangle, he doesn't end up throwing it. So how do you get this to work? Well, basically, you distract the 3 clickers. They walk away. What you want to do is get alerted by the bloater, but only the bloater. Because he'll do that long, you know, roaring animation. And then the moment that's over, he's walking towards you. Then the clickers, like, just because one is getting alerted doesn't mean the rest are alerted yet. Okay? Let me see if I can find a spot. Nah, he heard that. Sometimes it's just random, I've found. Okay, the clicker didn't hear that, but neither did the bloater. So basically what I'm going to do, let's pretend that clicker did go over this way. What I'm going to do is get alerted by him, and then, starting right now is when the clickers hear us. So what I'm going to do, again, pretend that clicker isn't close. I'm going to let the bloater walk towards me, have him throw a punch, stand here for a second, and then go. Now you hear the bloater's about to throw his stuff at me, and that was actually successful. So yeah, pretty much just like that. What you want to do is get alerted. If you sprint, they're all going to hear you. So what you want to do is stand up or crouch walk at full speed near the bloater and not near the clickers. He will hear you. The moment he starts walking towards you after the alert, that's when the clickers will do their I hear you or I see you animation. So then you sprint past the bloater. He'll throw a punch, but he'll miss, just like any other runner. And then if you wait for 1 second in front of the door, he'll start with his throwing animation, and that's when you go to hit triangle, okay? We'll see if I can... Hold on. All right, perfect. The clickers heard that, but the bloater didn't. That's like the sweet spot. I throw it a little bit farther. Okay, so right here. Get ready to go. Right now. So if I hit triangle right away, look at that. He's not throwing his stuff at me. I'm dead. That's a death right there. So do exactly what I did there, but instead of hitting triangle, just wait for 1 second. That'll get him. Because you've put enough distance between the bloater and yourself, he'll do the throwing animation as long as you wait in front of the door for about 1 second. Okay? It's the triangle prompt that makes him pursue you. But as long as he started one animation, he'll keep going. Okay, so. I'll try this one. Just, there's one clicker that didn't hear me, but. Just like that, and then. See that? Perfect timing right there. And then boom. It's a very nice backup strategy. So that's about all there is to mention with this. Trying to think what else. Yeah, it's one of those things you have to listen out for. All right? You need to hear the 3 clickers and the bloater go after the noise you made. Again, we'll do some more attempts with the bottle and then without pretending, you know. All right, I heard the bloater. So, right about there. As long as you have a lane right there. And then you go. That was perfect. Let's do one without the bottle, pretending. Pick it up, throw it on the left side of the table. You want to be careful, they're right there. And then, oh, same exact thing. Is he gonna? Nope, we're good. If you want to make sure it's more safe, you can start sprinting a little bit later than that, because you don't want to get blocked by the bloater and the little table he's next to. But that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And again, if you are capable of getting, like, you are capable of doing that strategy, and the bloater doesn't hear it as well. I've noticed the times, as long as I throw those two different bottles in the same spot, sometimes the bloater won't hear it. Okay? Sometimes. So you need to listen if you hear that little grumble or not after the bottle hits. So again, bottle strategy. Yep. Don't hit aim right away. Bottle strategy. Oh, he didn't hear it. All right, this is a good chance to show it off. See that? This one will be interesting. He's kind of close to me. Oh, is he gonna make it? Yeah, he made it. He made it. As long as you're good. If he... Actually, let's see. Yeah, he's good. See that? Yeah. We'll do a couple more times this way. Alright, he heard it that time. Crouch walking, I find to be more consistent when he gets a certain distance in. You want to go past. You know the rest. A couple times crouch walking towards this bottle. Pick it up. Shoulder swap. Oh, I threw it in the wrong spot. Muscle memory. Sorry. Remember, you want to throw it to the left of the table. Boom. You want to throw it right there. Move slowly. Run past. And then you're good. I'll do that one more time. Boom. Boom. Again, doing that strategy, you are capable of getting the bloater not hearing it. And boom. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. Yeah, we're good. And again, you don't need a bottle leaving here, okay? Okay, now for the next part. There is a strategy. God knows how many times we've mentioned this. Conserving your sprint, okay? So Joel has full sprint when he leaves here, but we're going to sprint to like a moving crate that we have to... it's a generator. It's a generator on wheels, basically. We're going to move that over to the door. If we hold sprint... Here, I'll just show you. If we hold sprint the entire time... we're going to eventually lose it. Right about at the bottom of the stairs?
Joel,
Yeah,
you
right
okay?
there, we lose it. See that?
More infected, I'm fine.
Here, come up on the gate.
Basically, all you have to do to maintain that sprint forward is when you run up the stairs and hit triangle on that door, let go of sprint, hold it back down when he's ready to move again, keep it held down, and he'll maintain that sprint all the way through to the crate. Remember, no matter which strategy you do, if the bloater doesn't hear it, you got to do that pausing strategy, all right? It's all about the bloater being far enough away from you so he doesn't kill you, but having the clickers be far enough away from you so that the bloater blocks them as well. Okay? Alright. So again, here's how it's supposed to go. You can keep sprint held down here. The moment you hit triangle here, let go. Or let go. Hold it back down right there, and he'll have enough sprint, as long as you keep it held down, to last all the way to the thingy here. See that? Sprint, 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 sprint.
I'm fine.
And then go.
Come up on the gate.
Then you can let go. Move this thing right about here. It's kind of awkward to place. If you overplace it, just move it back a little bit. The game will take Joel's hands off of that thing for you. Don't hit triangle. The game will do it for you. Okay. Alright, we got science lab, and that's about it. Generator, mash triangle for the first one, remember. There's no checkpoints right here.
You did it!
Yeah. Come on through. Scoot.
Okay, instead of going around to the right, we're going to go to the left here.
You think they were fireflies?
You don't have to worry about getting full horse speed here, because there's a lot of movements here. Alright, when you get between what looks like an ashtray and that car, there's a checkpoint. Places you pretty far ahead. 5:32:43, right about there? Yeah. Time change, restart checkpoint, places you right here, which is, we were back there, so that's pretty far. Okay. Restart checkpoint. I like going this way because it's a more direct path. This is where you do want to get full speed again. If you go to the right of this thing, there's some obstacles. See those things on the ground to our left and right? They're kind of... yeah, the movement's a little awkward there. So I prefer going around to the left. Just because I think it's a little more direct and not as many things in your way, so we can get that full sprint speed. And yeah, you want to let go of sprint, point the camera this way, and mash triangle to get off the horse. Ellie will move the horse for you. Hold on, give it a second. Yeah, Ellie will move the horse for you. I wouldn't recommend getting off the horse that late, but yeah.
Scoot on back.
Here, hold on one more. Yeah, we start over here. Again, it's preference. I like to go this way. Hold sprint and forward. But then, like we were mentioning, point the camera to the right so he gets off the left. Let go of sprint and mash triangle. Don't do it too close to the dumpster, otherwise he'll be blocking it at first. Ellie eventually moves it for you, but then, you know, we're going to move it back. The moment you see subtitles to indicate Joel, like, has lost control of the dumpster on this incline, you want to do a checkpoint because it skips the whole animation. You can also check the time here, 5:33:44. I usually just react to the subtitles. There we go. All right, we just hit one. Restart checkpoint, and this saves a lot of time, as you can see.
All right, not what I had in mind, but it'll do.
It skips that whole thing, and you can just go. Just like that, so.
All right, not what I had in mind, but it'll do.
And then push the dumpster close enough so that you don't, like, jump. See that? That was close enough. Right here, we have the slow climb, so you want to press up against this thing and then hit X instead of hitting X from far away. And then just climb on into here. And then boom. Now, it's good to have full health for this. If you didn't get the...
Thanks. Let's look around.
Here, I'm going to make a file here just in case, but we're going to overtake Ellie. The health pickup trick also applies right here. So, here, I'll just injure myself a little bit. Ow. That hurt. Wah, wah. You can pick up health just like that. It's a bit easier to do it on this one than the other, so Always check to make sure before you just turn the corner right there. Okay? It's literally as simple as mash triangle and go. Alright, the other one was a little bit harder.
Where are they?
Okay, what else to mention right here? Yep, alright, so just go.
Hello?
Now this is interesting. If this was the original, any bombs you place here would despawn because the cutscenes are pre-rendered. But in this game, the cutscenes are in-game. You know, they're happening. You know, what's the actual terminology? The gameplay and the cutscenes happen side by side. So, what I'm going to do is place a nail bomb right at the corner. Right there, right on the ground. You can place it a little bit earlier, too. Somewhere in this area right here. Okay?
Yoo-hoo! Fireflies! Care for mankind over here. Anyone?
Okay, game.
Keep it down until we figure out what's going on.
See how it doesn't want to, like, throw or drop anything when you're moving? I don't know what it is with that. And then go upstairs and go for the fight. There's really nothing more to mention. Oh yeah, there's a brick that we need, and it's right here. As you saw, it doesn't matter if... what is it? It doesn't matter if you have one leaving the dorms area, because there's one right there. Okay, now if you're fast enough, Ellie won't be in front of you. If she is in front of you, you get this little thing happening right here. Don't look behind you, you don't have to. And you can just go.
Oh, clickers don't hide.
And, yeah, the one side effect of that is you can crouch this little bit right here. Instead of walking.
Well, maybe in all that research, they turned into fucking monkeys.
And then after she says monkeys, you can run again. That's the same timing as the original. However, if you do everything fast enough, you actually won't have her get in your way.
Where are they?
So normally Ellie's like far behind you. Drop the nail bomb right about here. You can hear it land.
Yoo-hoo! Fireflies!
So Ellie's pretty far behind us.
Care for mankind over here.
And we go.
Anyone?
Keep it down until we figure out what's going on. Stay close.
Get the brick. And you see she's not in front of us. Okay? The game does like a little teleporting thing. So as a result, you don't get that looking behind you animation because Ellie isn't here. But that's what you want. However, you're not able to crouch right here for some reason. So,
At least it ain't clickers.
one of those things. If you do get the whole L3 prompt light being knocked over, you can crouch here if you hit circle. But right here, if you don't get distracted by the light thing, you can't. Okay, so
Well, maybe in all that
you're forced to
research,
walk,
they
but
turned
just
into
hold
fucking
sprint and forward, and same timing, monkeys, and you can go.
Search and we'll find something.
And we go for triangle prompts right here. If you're just doing a playthrough yourself, this drawer has a lot of goodies. 3/4 rag, half alcohol, half explosion. It's good for like a casual grounded player, or if you want to make your own route because something isn't working for you. That's a good drawer. We personally don't need it, so yeah. Are my guns reloaded? Yeah, they're reloaded. His health is full, as we saw earlier. And we're good. We laid the nail bomb down. You got to remember to do that. Now, this cutscene right here is actually faster. This is another cutscene that's faster to watch all the way through. You know what? Let me hold on 1 second. Let me show you my record here. So we watched this cutscene out. Watch when speedrun mode starts up again. It's similar to like right before the bar in Pittsburgh, but just watch.
Fireflies?
Right up here.
Get down!
Joel's able to take like 3 steps before the timer starts up again. See that?
Get down!
The timer starts up again late. Compared to, hold on. Here, just for speed, I'll skip this cutscene. So that's a cutscene you want to watch all the way through, because the timer would otherwise start up right about now, and then those few steps, like before the timer restarted right about now, but the timer would otherwise start up right about now. So that saves about, I think I timed it, I think it's 1.8 seconds exactly. So this is one cutscene you do want to watch all the way through. And yes, we do allow watching cutscenes as long as it saves time, or in Museum's case, ends up making the area more consistent. Okay. We're not going to do this encounter straight from the get-go. As soon as you get to the corner of this table, that's when the game thinks that the encounter has officially begun and the enemies have spawned in. Okay? We can overwrite this file because we did everything perfectly before. He has full health. I laid down the nail bomb. We're good. Okay. We're going to do a restart checkpoint. It makes the area a little more consistent and also places us closer to the door, as you can see. And refills his sprint. That's another thing. You don't want tired sprint here. Okay. Here we go.
Ellie, stay up, come on!
That's not a problem yet. Oh god. No, we're good so far. Alright, and then the moment you hit triangle, the encounter is considered over. And, yeah, you're invincible as well. If there's an enemy guarding the door, sometimes the triangle prompt doesn't work. Yeah, that's why we usually kill everyone. It's kind of like the end of Wharf in Slums. If there's an enemy guarding the door, triangle prompt... there's some leeway with this door specifically, but most of the time, if an enemy is active and near it, he won't... the triangle prompt won't be there. That's why we conserve all our shotgun ammo, or shorty ammo at least. We use 2 in the university generator room, and we use 2 here. The shorty's supposed to kill 3 people. 1 with a collateral, and then another with the one far away. And like I mentioned, the range on the shorty is ridiculous. It's so good. I'll do that again, and again, and again, but yeah.
Get out of there!
And then pick up any, you don't need melee weapons, but pick up any ammo that they drop, which again is either going to be shotgun or revolver. And keep in mind, sometimes there's an enemy up there that can shoot you, but it's very rare. Okay. First things first. Now we'll break it down. Swap to the brick, throw it at him. And in the original, most of the time, there's a second enemy. In this game, that enemy doesn't spawn in until the first enemy is killed. If we never kill him, there will be no second enemy right here in our way. So just brick him out of the way. Now I want another brick, and there's one right here, so we're going to do the brick picking up thing. And that right there is the reason I have the camera pointed down. I'll show that off again, but we're going to do the brick picking up weapon swap. Now, yeah, the game just, that's perfect proof right there. The game does not like when the enemy, I'm sure the game doesn't mind it, but the enemies are a lot more aggressive and accurate if the camera is on them. If the camera is off of them, their aim is worse. So point the camera down, pick up the brick, stay to the left, and then go right, and then forward, and you're good.
Good one.
Now, stopping your sprint through the doorway has two reasons. For 2 reasons. 1, you get your sprint back, because we were sprinting the whole way. And 2, there's an enemy with an axe. He's running up the stairs the whole time. As you can hear, The nail bomb isn't getting enemies that are coming into the room. They're spawning out of thin air onto those nail bombs, okay? So that's that, and that's the sweet spot. It's at like the corner of that railing, okay? There's our nail bomb being detonated. So if I were to sprint too early, this guy with the axe would otherwise be like down there. Ow! Okay, that's another thing to mention. Sometimes there's a guy with a shotgun there, but... Yeah. Basically, the rest of the enemies that are downstairs spawn in when you get halfway to the railing. Okay? I don't have listen mode, so I can't show that off, but I'll point it out. Keep the camera pointed off of them, and just head for the door.
Way to take him out.
So I let go of sprint until right about here. Sometimes there's a guy with a shotgun. Okay, the enemies spawned in downstairs right now. It's about halfway there, okay? It's about halfway. Now, if there's an enemy here... Yeah, triangle isn't here. But he's going after Ellie. Triangle prompt shows up again, okay? Yeah, maybe I can live through this, maybe not. Oh God, okay. Yeah, like I mentioned before, it's about parallel to where the railing is on the flat part at the bottom of the stairs. That's when the enemies spawn in downstairs. So if you stand any chance of getting a collateral... Here, watch. If I sprint here, not only will I might die right here, this guy is right here. Oh no, I gotta stop. See how they weren't lined up? I was taking out the guy with the axe. I slowed down. I wasn't in position to get 3 kills with 2 shorty shells, right? This guy has a shorty right here. I'm also out of ammo, so I... Nice, Ellie. But yeah, you need to get in position to kill those enemies, so... That's the reason I wait upstairs. I know it looks like I'm wasting some time, and I probably am. But you don't want to kill that guy with the axe after the enemies have already spawned in downstairs. Because one of them has a shorty, and he'll kill you instantly. So I time it right about there. I get him. Enemies spawned in. Get to your spot, and boom. Boom. And you need to make sure that's a collateral, because sometimes what can happen is I kill the guy in front, I injure the guy with the shorty, and he'll recover and shoot you before you can fire your second shot, okay? It's very, very frustrating. As for the brick we pick up upstairs, we don't end up using it here. I guess it's more for emergencies here in case you run out of ammo or didn't do something right. But I really, really prefer having a brick for the last enemy encounter in Winter as Joel. Okay? Yeah, I can't really explain why until we get there. But just know, I highly, highly, through just terrible experiences with that specific area, I highly, highly, highly prefer having ammo, having a brick for that area, okay? So I try not to use it here. If I have to, then I will, but, you know. Okay, so that's about everything. Something that can happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Follow me.
Sometimes there's a guy with a shotgun right here. Like, I'm talking like right here or right there, okay? You just gotta trust me. It might not happen right here, but you just gotta trust me.
Follow me.
Brick pickup. Sometimes there's a guy with a shotgun right here. I think that time he was right there. One of the... Trying to think what else. That's the reason. That's another reason I wait to sprint so long. So again, let me verbalize it. I stop my sprint right here, and I don't start it up again until right here for a few reasons. One, I'm getting my sprint back. Two, the guy with the axe is going to be up the stairs, so I don't have to deal with him once the enemies downstairs have spawned in. And three, if you notice the awareness indicators, there's that whole, like, hey, I see you, so that by the time the guy with the shotgun fires at me, if he is there... Yeah, there he is. Sometimes he's, like, right there when I round the corner. If I decide to sprint late, like I have been doing, he'll do his alert animation and then fire. And I'm sprinting away from him, so there's a good chance I will survive it. Okay? Because if you sprint again too early...
Stay right on my ass!
If you sprint again too early, notice how there's no awareness indicators popping up again. Notice how there was no awareness indicator flash right there? That means if I rounded the corner and the shotgun guy was there, I'm dead immediately. So yeah. That's about all I can mention for this area. Brick him. I like this brick for winter. Or for emergencies later. Keep the camera off of them. Go right here. Let go of sprint. Right at about around the same time the nail bomb explodes. Sprint all the way here. Sprint! Get him with the shotgun. Shorty. Get ready here. Boom. Get him, because otherwise the triangle prompt wouldn't be here. As for this shot right here... Oh, God. Alright, whatever. When you align yourself for this shorty collateral, because we're killing 2 and injuring 1 more with 1 shorty blast. You don't want to do it too far to the right or aiming too far to the right. Because if you do that... Alright, one of those things again. Pretend I killed the guy in front, but I injured him. He'll recover and shoot you before you can fire your second shot. It almost looks glitchy, but one of those things you have to look out for. You might be able to use your pipe on him in time. But, yeah. So I like to get this shot somewhere around right here and then inch my way and then just make sure I get both and injure the one in the back. And you don't even have to injure the one in the back. You need to just make sure you get these first 2. And I still find it so interesting. If you're looking at these enemies, well, just trust me. You're more likely to not get shot if you're looking away from them. Right, enemies are spawned in, and boom, boom, and you go. I'm trying to think what else to mention. I don't really know. Again, these 3 enemies downstairs spawn when you get about halfway to the bottom of the entire set of stairs, or just a little bit past the bottom of the first set of stairs, which is why I want to kill the axe guy before I get there. 1 less distraction, 1 less slowdown. That's about all I can mention for this area. Camera pointed down, weapon swap, pick up, hang left, go right, and through the door, let go of sprint, get the shotgun ready, sprint again, boom, okay, boom, boom, and triangle. Okay, now, if you mash square right here, it's actually slower compared to not hitting square at all. So when you make it here, don't hit square at all and you'll fall off the railing faster. Okay, this is a cutscene. So we're going to skip that. I'll update the save file. Now this is interesting. I'll show you how to do it first, but this part can go wrong. Okay, watch. Okay, that was good. Okay, we can actually do this as many times as we want. Okay. So watch what happens if you fire too early. You have to kill the one on the right. Here, watch. If you kill the one on the left, nothing happens and you die. So the enemy on the right has to be killed. But if you shoot him too early, nothing happens. He has iframes until he starts stepping towards you. So like, wait, hold on. If you shoot him right away, nothing happens. See that? So you need to wait until he takes a step towards you. So right about... Boom. Now Joel will fall back down the earlier the guy on the left is dealt with. You kill the guy on the right, Ellie will kill the guy on the left. However, once you kill him... Notice how Joel fell back down. See if you can like notice the time difference side by side. So this one, I'm going to let him go. So Joel waited until he was shot in the throat once by Ellie before I did that. Now I'm going to kill him myself. See how much faster he fell back down? And this part right here, you have, from the moment you hit triangle, you have infinite revolver ammo, okay? You have infinite revolver ammo. So, yeah. You want to kill the one on the right and then kill the one on the left instantly. But time your kill on the right is what I'm saying, all right?
Oh, man. Joel?
I'm gonna need you to pull.
Okay.
All right, now what's funny, I mentioned you have infinite revolver ammo. However, I think that's what makes it so Joel wakes up with 6 revolver bullets, is you reload the entire thing right here. So when he wakes up next, he has a fully loaded revolver. Because this part, you're given infinite ammo. So that's the reason why. But yeah, if you have a fully loaded revolver and you like fire some shots and then you don't reload it, you're going to enter winter with that fewer amount of revolver ammo. So when you're walking and limping as Joel here, make sure the revolver is fully reloaded. Because again, as he's moving here, he has infinite revolver ammo.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
So as soon as he's able to move here, reload it. But remember, he also uses the revolver in the next room. So first things first, reload the gun. All right, it's reloaded, and then we're going to go. And I haven't timed it, but I'm pretty sure this is faster than this. No, it definitely is. You can, visually, you can see it. He walks very slowly here. All right, just hold forward and mash X.
Jesus. Come on, move! Shit.
I see you. Come on, man.
All right. Just stay
Okay.
here. I'm gonna flank this asshole.
So you don't have to kill this enemy yourself. Ellie can do it, but it's faster if you do it. If you aim right away, he'll do that.
You want to do this the hard way?
I'm sure there's a file I can... Yeah. Okay. So basically, as soon as you hear Ellie shoot him, you want to aim, and the default aiming spot is going to be further to the left of his body, so you just want to hold right on the camera and then time a shot. So like this. Just like that. Can I do that again?
Jesus.
Oh, is his dialogue ruined? His dialogue's a little buggy there.
Move!
If you skip that animation of, if you skip the cutscene of him falling down off the railing, the dialogue's kind of fucked up there too.
All right. Just stay here. I'm gonna flank this asshole.
Ellie, Those were my friends you killed, asshole.
But yeah, you basically...
You want to do this the hard way?
What else to mention? Yeah, the aiming here is kind of awkward, but if you... After you fire the bullet, you want to keep aiming because the animation Joel has, if you're aiming into the little in-game cinematic after he like falls over, it's faster than if you fire and let go. He has two different animations based on if you let go of aim after you fire or if you keep it held down the whole time. One, he like falls down a little bit. Another, well, we'll just see. Hold on. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna let go, and he kind of like teleports back to being behind the thing and then does that. So basically that animation right there is slower compared to the animation of if you aim the entire time. Not by much, a little over a second, but yeah. So if you aim too early, you can't die here, from what I know. Yeah, you can't die here, but you'll lose time if you like try and aim too early and he shoots at you and then he starts shooting at Ellie because then you're not able to aim for a while. So I basically just wait until I know Ellie's about to shoot him and then I aim myself. So right there and then boom. And then I continue to aim, and as you can see, the animation's a little bit different, but it is faster. Okay. Also, if you try and time it perfectly, I believe if you end up shooting him too early, the shot doesn't register, and then Ellie's the one who kills him. Yeah, that's how it was in the original. This is the last part, so let me see if I can actually trigger that. I do think there's a thing in this where if you kill him too... Again, I know it's in the original, but I think it's also here. If you do this so many times and you notice like certain animation... Like, I look at his left and right foot so I know when Ellie's about to shoot. But if you time it so perfectly, I think it still doesn't... Like, it'll be counterproductive, basically. So,
Come on out. You want to do this
I'm going to try and time it perfectly. Hold on. Did you see how perfectly my timing was, though?
Come on, move!
I think if I time this, like, freakishly perfectly, it just won't work.
Come on, man.
All right. Just stay here. I'm gonna flank this asshole.
Ellie. Those were my friends you killed, asshole.
Okay.
Come on out. You want to do this the hard way?
So even though, visually, I got him first, the game was like, no you didn't, and it made Ellie kill him, and when he lowered his gun and fell over, happened a lot later compared to when I kill him at a normal time. So I'm going to do this again and time it so I'm a little bit later than that. So notice I killed him, but when I lost control of the revolver happened a lot later compared to if I shot him later. So it's weird. When you shoot him versus the game is like, oh hey, you shot him, is like two completely different things.
I'm gonna flank this asshole.
And then we'll move on. And remember to reload the revolver after.
Those were my friends you killed, asshole.
You shoot him here.
Come on out. You want to do this the hard way?
That's why I usually wait until Ellie. Boom, aim, shoot, and then go. See that's faster than shooting him earlier. Is what I'm getting at. And then keep aim held down the whole time so you get this faster animation here. And then here we go.
You're not okay, Joel. Now come on.
Reload the revolver. It's reloaded.
Move it.
This is faster. Don't fire a bullet because
There's no one
again,
here. Hurry.
if the revolver isn't fully loaded, you're going to enter winter with that much less ammo. Right.
You're doing good. Just keep at it. Through these double doors.
I like to let go of aim as he enters these spots where the game's animations take over, like going through the door, falling over here, the next part where he notices the two enemies approaching.
Can you walk?
Yes.
So I usually hold aim the entire time, but I let go a little bit before I enter those spots where he's like, well, the game has specific animations for it. he'll always tumble over right about here. Keep aim held. And then I let go of aim right about here. Now this part right here, you do actually want to aim. If you don't aim, there's this long, behind you. What? Ellie, whatever it actually is. Basically what you want to do here when he falls over, just aim.
Joel? What?
Don't do anything, just aim. And it fades to black right there a lot faster compared to if you didn't aim. Alright. And there's nothing to do but walk forward and walk out of here. Again, make sure you reloaded the whole revolver.
Joel. Here, stand up. Put your arm around me. All right, let's go.
And this is as fast as we can go here.
I swear to God, I get you out of this. You're so singing for me.
You wish.
Wait here. I'll get the door.
Take your time.
Alright. Then forward.
Come on.
Right there, that's a cutscene. And then there's another cutscene right after that. And then we begin winter right here. But we'll save that for the next video. So yeah, that was Dam, Ranch, University, and Science Lab. Dam and Ranch can be a real pain. University and Science Lab, by comparison, is not nearly as bad. So, yeah. When you're finished with Ranch, that always feels like I don't know, kind of like a mental barrier. Because like I said, University and Science Lab aren't nearly as bad in comparison. There's still a lot of detail there, so I hope I taught you something. And yeah, we'll do Winter next video, and then the very end of the game, the video after that. Yeah, hope you learned something, and yeah, any questions, ask below. And other than that, take care. Bye.